Okay, good evening or good morning or whatever way you are. I don't know where you are. This is Gav. This is the FB4 Daily. This is a bit of a special. This is going to be we're just going to watch the match and have a little chat while we're watching it. I hope everyone has LFC TV on. It was a bit of a panic there a few minutes ago when the coverage stopped for about 10 minutes, but it seems all right now, so it's all good to go. What have we got for you? I have Grizz with me. Grizz, how are you?
Good, now the coverage is back. I was about to call in and try and get my money back.
Yeah.
Off LFC TV. I don't know. Would they give my money back?
No, mate. They don't. They don't do stuff like that. No.
Fuck. Lucky they came back anyway. So no need to moan. No need to complain. I thought kickoff's at 2, 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 7 minutes.
Okay.
7 minutes to go.
Okay. So yeah. No, the coverage is back now, so it's all good.
Yeah, there's a girl doing mad yoga poses on my telly, which is
same.
Smelling her washing now. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're just going to watch this. We're going to chat as we go along. I'll try commentate a little bit on it. I presume everyone's watching it. That's kind of viewing. That's watching here. So if you're watching along, give your comments. We'll have a bit of crack as we go. If you want to throw random stuff in, Grace, it got very random over the last couple of nights. There was all sorts of stuff. There was hangovers. There was best books, worst films.
It's the best way, isn't it? It's the best way.
Yeah, it was good. We enjoyed it.
Nobody wants to hear you talking about football all the time, Gav.
Nobody wants to hear me talking about football. Full stop.
No, of course not.
I'm just going to put on the screen here our lineup.
We like listening to your views on life and
books
and chocolate and cereals and
the best chips in Dublin and stuff like that.
Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you're a very knowledgeable man. People see, the thing is, right, I'm really happy about this because this is, you're engaging with a wide audience and people are going to realize how talented you really are.
Yeah. Have you got I presume you have all these comments up on your screen as we go, Grizz, yeah?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay, you're working on that.
Okay.
Well, Chris,
come on, multitasking me. Come on.
Yeah,
relax.
Chris says good evening, Grizz.
Good evening, Chris.
Yeah. Why did you say the game starts at 2? Did I say that? I don't think I did. Maybe that was Grizz, and then he changed his mind to 1. Line up for you tonight. To start, Mignolet, Klein, Matip, Gomez, Larouci, Fabinho, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Milner, Wilson, Kent, Origi. On the bench, the rest of the lads: Lonergan, Atherton, Van Dijk, Wijnaldum, Lovren, Henderson, Brewster, Robertson, Lewis, Phillips, Jones, Hoover, Woodburn, Alexander-Arnold.
See, out of that, what stands out straight away?
What stands out straight away?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Lallana isn't in the
6. No, I knew you were going to mention that. But what I've noticed is, hold on, I need to get out of this because I can hear it echo. Yeah, what I've noticed straight away, is that there won't be like 2 sets of 11. So 111.
28 in the squad, isn't there?
Exactly. So I think it's going to be like I think the big boys or the returning boys, I think they're going to get like probably 10-15 minutes at the end.
You'll probably see 11 to start. Well, you will.
Great call that.
Yeah, I know.
Great call.
Anyone wondering how many will start? It will be 11. But you'll probably see another 11 at half time, and then the other 5 or 6 players.
4 or 5,
yeah, will come on then with probably 15 to go. So he's obviously staggering it with regards to who's been training the longest, fittest. Lallana is out with a dead leg. Bobby Duncan picked up a knock. So there's bits and pieces, but you'll probably see 45 for the lads that are there longest. You'll see 30 minutes for the next stage and 15-20, like you said, for the lads that have only showed up.
Gav, do you reckon Lallana playing in the DM and the stress involved has sort of got him injured?
I think they're holding them out for the league. I think they're just waiting for the league. Yeah, it's the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever heard. But look, I'm not getting into it.
We'll discuss that Sunday.
We'll definitely
in depth.
We'll definitely discuss it Sunday because I don't know why we're discussing it, but we will if you want. I hope people brought cans. I hope people brought something to drink. I did. I had a couple of cans in the fridge, so that's how tonight is going to go.
I've got a glass of milk, cold glass of milk.
Fresh milk. I have a thing about milk, right? Before we get the game's just about to start now in a minute. But I have this thing about milk. You know, if you buy like a litre or a 2 litre of milk.
Yep.
So if it's brand new in the fridge with the seal not broken, I will
Yep.
open it. I will open it and I will, have a glass of milk. If it's there, like even if it's opened by somebody else an hour beforehand, I'd never take a glass of milk from it.
What's that about?
Don't know. Somebody here is watching from Borneo Island this morning. That's dedication. What time is it there? Borneo.
Where?
In Borneo Island.
That's your country. I don't know.
Borneo Island isn't my country. Thompson wants to know where are the transfers, Chris.
What are you asking me for?
He just said where's the transfers, Chris, so I presume it's aimed at you.
Oh, okay. I don't know where the transfers are. They're gonna have to ask Edwards and Co.
Edwards, yeah.
My job is to report any links that I've heard.
Okay.
And it's Edwards and Co.'s job to make sure they get done.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Tiger Tracy, who we all know from Twitter, says milk is poxy.
No, he needs to reassess life.
You need to reassess things fairly sharp, I think,
Yeah.
Tiger.
Yeah, exactly.
One other, Mr. Bolognese says he's watching from the People's Republic of Cork.
Amazing.
It's 8 a.m. in Borneo.
Well, I don't understand. What's Borneo in Ireland?
No, Borneo isn't in Ireland, Chris. It's 1 o'clock in the morning in Ireland. So how could it be 8 o'clock?
I thought that.
Yeah,
but you
Chris,
said Borneo.
You're the fella that travelled from Luton Airport to Dublin Airport and asked me what was the time difference. Do you know what I mean? So,
but you said Borneo in Ireland. Borneo Island.
Borneo Island, as in the island. It's an island.
As in deserted on an island.
As in Love Island.
As in state of society.
Absolute despair if you're watching that.
Don't start me on Love Island.
It's an island in Asia.
Amazing dedication. Wow. Brilliant stuff.
Another lad here says it's so nice having a 5 p.m. kickoff over in the States. Yeah, listen, the people in not only
they deserve
in the States,
they deserve it.
Yeah, but the people in Asia as well, like a 3 o'clock kickoff or even a 12 o'clock kickoff in Ireland or England, it's like what? It's 7 a.m. in New York and it's 5 a.m. on the West Coast. And then
it's 5 a.m. in Islamabad as well. My dad's probably waking up now, about to tune in as well.
And then we play at 8 o'clock at night. It's fucking 2 and 3 in the morning in Asia and stuff like that. So fair play to us, and like people go on about, we'd love to see some friendlies local to like we've had a couple in Dublin over the last couple of years, but for American fans to get this. It's only 2 or 3 games, but it means a hell of a lot to them.
Of course it does. It's good.
You see the numbers that have travelled. To see this game from many parts of America, I suppose, to come and see this game in Notre Dame. But no, the teams are on their way out now. The Reds are in red as usual. The stadium is absolutely massive. It's huge.
Well, I think the stadium and the facilities are amazing, and everyone's been talking about the amazing facilities. But look, can you see as they're walking out? I'm not too keen on this grass.
No, the pitch doesn't look great.
Pitch doesn't look amazing.
Yeah, no, because Klopp.
The last thing we want is any stupid. Exactly.
Yeah. What do you want to see from this first half, Chris? It's a decent lineup.
Strong lineup from both sides, actually. I'm very surprised at Dortmund's lineup as well. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think they're behind in us in terms of pre-season, and usually they start off sort of really, really lightly. But I think they put out a good, strong team, which is good because it's a good test.
You want to be playing against quality.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to in this first half, and it'll be a very good test, Gav, to see where we're at with this Larouci, our left back.
Well, he's gonna have a test now, isn't he? Against it looks.
Thank you.
Is Jadon Sancho playing?
That's the one. So this should be fun. This should be good test for him. But yeah, the rest of the lineup, I think Brewster's Origi's starting instead of Brewster. And I think Fabinho starting instead of Lallana. I think that's the only change, kind of. Oh no, yeah, that's the only change from like the usual first 45-minute team that's played in the previous games.
Yeah, I've just literally realised that Matt Hummels plays for Borussia Dortmund again.
Yeah, he's gone back. He's gone back from Bayern. Strange one, because I think his legs have gone. I really do. One of my favourite centre backs of the last few years, but I do think his legs have gone. A strange one from Dortmund, because they're usually a young, dynamic, very quick, fast, very similar to us sort of type. Well, they are quite similar because they've still got the foundations that sort of Klopp left there. So, it's a surprise re-signing that by Dortmund.
Well, did he get him for next to nothing?
No, they paid a good fee for him, Gav.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, they paid a good fee for him. Which is more surprising.
Yeah.
If they got him like on a free, that kind of makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tiger Tracy says the grass was laid yesterday on that pitch, according to LFC TV. Mr. Bolognese says the Dortmund team is surprisingly average. Joe Riley, is it Joe Riley? I think it is. Anyone really looking forward to seeing Brewster in the second half? Absolutely. This is where I want to see him. With better players around them that are more fit against a better standard of opposition. It's exactly where I want to see him. Grizz, one for you, Grizz, because I know you're into this. Larouci or Lewis, if one was back up next year, who would you pick?
If you asked me before, I think Lewis. I think Lewis is the more technically gifted. I see a lot of Aurelio in Lewis in terms of the way he strikes the ball, the way he passes the ball. I really like him from a technical point of view. I think Larouci seems more quicker, more dynamic, more into his sort of 1-2s around the edge of the box or the opposition of the box. He's like a driving. You can tell he's an out-and-out winger. He was an out-and-out winger. It's a tough call, Gav. If you ask me to if you want to put me on the spot right now, I'd say Lewis. But Larouci's got a good chance, and it's obvious Klopp's. It seems like a shootout between the two to see who's going to be our backup, unless we can sort of find a left back, which. It seems we're struggling to find a left back who's willing to be back up to Robbo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of looks like it's going to be a shootout in pre-season between these two. It's a tight one. As I said, if you asked me last season, I would have said Lewis all day long. But this Larouci is making strides. So yeah, let's see how the next few games go.
Chris and Mr. Bolognese say 30 million they paid for Hummels.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Absolutely mad. Story Ked says, what channel is it on? It's on LFC TV. You may get it on one of the American channels as well. I'm presuming one of the American channels have picked this up as well. Because the Liverpool's following around the States. You may get it on one of those channels, but it's on LFC TV. Have a look and see what you can find. What else have we got? The game's about to kick off. If people are watching this, they're on Periscope. Share it around Twitter now. See what happens there. Let it go there. On YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, you might have just come across this stream. Just hit the subscribe button. While you're on the channel, subscribe. Hit the notification. When you hit the notification, it'll tell you when we're on. We're on live every day. So just hit subscribe. We get these subscribers up, and when we get these subscribers up, I suppose we're on at 1,094. If we get to, Grace, how many subscribers would it take for you to sing a song live again for us?
A lot.
A lot. Well, we're on at 1,094. So
yeah.
If I got
shall we say 1,500?
Yeah, we should. Oh, good attack with Liverpool. Header down from Milner. Kent feeds it to Larouci.
Look at that. Larouci's already in place. Just look how high up he is already. In sort of, I like that. It's good to see. This pitch is awful, Gav.
It is.
I know. I don't want to keep going on about it all night, but Yeah, just quickly, that's the last we talk about it.
Yeah.
It does look bad. It looks like a. Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
All right,
Well,
but yeah,
they're trying their best on it. It is very patchy. It's a patchwork
it
job.
is.
But it's the sort of one where you don't want to be twisting and turning too much on it.
What I was going to say, Gav, quickly was about the crowd. You were saying, yeah, the games are. It's amazing, right? Because Dortmund are they're not a small club, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're a very good, very good German team. They've very very high profile. But look at this. Look at the number of fans we have compared to them. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah,
It's
the crowd.
we're huge. We're absolutely huge.
The crowd go. Louis says it hasn't even kicked off for him yet. Give it a minute.
That's what we're here for. Don't worry, Louis.
1 minute 30 seconds in. Liverpool again on the ball, confidently knocking it around. Plenty of movement.
What's with Matip and his white boots, Gav?
I don't know. You might have to have a word. I'm not a fan of you see the white bit on the socks?
Oh, James Milner, lovely little dummy by James Milner, but in the wrong area.
Yeah, and no,
but he's recovered. He's recovered a bit. He's recovered. Oh, that's what you like about.
Oh, look at this.
Come on, Simon.
Mignolet gets it and just kicks it out for a throw in.
Yeah, typical Simon.
He's doing himself no favours here, Chris. We're up to 1,096, Chris, so we only have 404 more subscribers before Chris sings a song. Now, if you can send in your suggestions for what song he should sing. The last song he sang live was E17.
E17, yeah.
E17. What was it?
Stay Now.
Stay Now. Their big Christmas hit. He turned up with all the gear on him, all the paraphernalia. It was absolutely amazing. It's my favourite moment of ever doing a podcast because I nearly cried laughing. That's the ball into the box. The ball in the box. Close. It's in Liverpool's box. It's 1-0 to Dortmund. It's 1-0 to Dortmund. Yeah. The ball's in the box. It drops down. Klein tries to get it away. He stumbles over it, it falls, and their striker buries it in the top corner. This all came from Mignolet giving it. I was just gonna say,
we can blame Klein for sort of falling over while he's trying to clear it, but alas,
here it is again. It's a throw into Dortmund on the right hand side to the end line. It goes in. The striker actually, it goes behind him, and then it falls, and it's a good finish. In fairness,
I'll tell you, there's a couple of people at fault. Nobody likes to blame Fabinho there, but they have to. Fabinho, the guy ran off Fabinho from the throne very easily.
Yeah.
So there was no self-awareness from Fabinho. I mean, I know it's pre-season, but we're looking to win the league here, so we got to be. What's Gomez trying to do now? Is this Gomez?
Yeah, Gomez is messing about. Good play out.
I want to.
Fabinho.
They're pressing us. Good. Yeah. It's a good test. They're pressing us really high.
Fabinho turns in his own box, moves away, but it gets it out to Klein on the right hand side. And
I mean, look,
back in position.
It's probably a good time to discuss Klein and Mignolet. The two culprits for that goal. Mignolet initially for absolutely. I don't know what he done. There was no pressure on him, no nothing. He just.
Well, he took a touch and then he took another touch.
You call that a touch?
Well, he did. It touched him.
He touched him, yeah.
And then what
that wasn't a touch.
That's a great touch by Larouci.
Yeah, I like that.
Steals this crossfield ball, breaks in just to the edge of the Dortmund box, gets crowded out. It's back now in middle of midfield with Fabinho.
Yeah, I like this. It's a good
Fabinho
tempo to the game, isn't it?
Back to the left hand side to Kent, and Liverpool are back on it. Dortmund back in shape. Liverpool have possession.
So yeah, I was saying about Mignolet and Klein, two players who in an awkward situation, I guess. In terms of what do they do next? What do we do with them next?
Well, I think Klein goes late in the window.
You know my views on Klein. I don't rate him. I rate him. I've said this many times in terms of quite a few of our players. I rated him in our setup maybe 2-3 years ago. We're at the level where we need to do better better than Klein. Same goes for Mignolet. I mean, I guess I have got no issues with Mignolet staying, to be honest with you. He's not going to play, unless, Alisson's injured, which, God forbid, he won't be, and he's very rarely injured. So he's probably the best backup keeper around, do you know what I mean? So no issues there.
Liverpool break it clear now. Fabinho has an edge of the box.
Yeah, I thought he was going to shoot.
Deflected over the top. Gone in for a corner. Orlando Lycurgo if I'm reading that right, says hello, you'll never walk alone. You're very welcome. Mr. Bolognese says I may have to take back my previous statement. I don't know what that was, so remind me. Stephen Mack has made it. Aaron Miller says you're bleeding joking 1-0. No, I'm definitely not. Was it a good goal? It was a bit messy. Liverpool could have cleared. Good header there from the corner. Matip.
See, that's a criticism, Matip. You know, for someone who's 8'5", he needs to be scoring more from set pieces.
Yeah, it's a deep corner to the back.
Yeah, that's a free header, Gav.
It's a free header. He goes for the far corner. It's just wide by Matip. It's a really open game. Like Dortmund do score because Liverpool are a bit sloppy. Liverpool pressing right up on Dortmund here, right into their box. Dortmund
it's a good test.
Larouci gets his head to it. It's in midfield. Fabinho gets his head on it. It's back to Matip, who gives it back to Mignolet, and every time it goes back to that fella, my heart is in my mouth every single time.
Exactly.
I don't know what that is. It must be a link for the match somebody's putting up there. Is Van der Berg playing? No, Ian Bourke, I think his name is there. No, he's not. His FIFA clearance hasn't come through, but they are expected to be through for the game. I think tomorrow. I think it should be true, and he should be able to play. Well, not tomorrow. It's Sunday. I'm going on the fact that it's still Friday night, in my opinion. So we play Sevilla on Sunday, 11 o'clock p.m. Irish
what
time.
GMT time, 11 p.m. Yeah.
So,
I can join you for that. Yeah, if I'm invited.
Yeah, well, we're on the Fatback 4 at 8:30.
My God, that's going to be it's going to be a.
We'll finish that at 9:30, and we'll come back at 11.
Marathon. Yeah.
So Liverpool have the ball again. Great pressing by both teams.
There is. They seem to be very, very up for it, Gav. I like it.
Yeah, good move
good
down
test
the
for
left.
our kids.
Larouci gets it to Kent. Kent comes inside.
Have you
players?
Have you noticed something in pre-season in terms of just kind of seems every attack is built down our left?
Yeah, it is happening. Well, you see, this goes back.
Why is that?
Well, I think it goes back to the fact that Klein doesn't often offer an awful lot going forward, and I think when he's in the side, we do try push everything down the left hand side, and it's not going to do the likes of Harry Wilson any favours that we're concentrating on the left hand side. Liverpool press again. Dortmund play the ball out.
You've made a good point there. It doesn't do Harry Wilson any favours because when our main man's playing there, look at that. I mean, look, when he loses Klein loses the ball like that, it really annoys me.
Fabinho gets in there with 2 or 3 tackles, and a free is given against him. Why, I don't know. He wins.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul.
He goes in hard and he wins 2 or 3 tackles fairly easily.
But what I was saying, Gav, is sort of, Harry Wilson's trying to make an impression, right? And, he's trying to do his best, and he's got sort of Mr. Klein playing alongside him who's, just not very good technically at all. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't offer anything going forward. He's a very basic passer of the ball. He'll always turn inside. Whereas, if he had the chance to play with Trent, maybe you could see his range of skills a bit more where, Trent can find him from sort of passes and angles that, Klein can't. Do you know what I mean? I do think these kind of things make a difference.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just getting a message through here that
there you go, Dortmund on another attack here.
Yeah,
good tackle by Joe.
And now I literally just realised that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's on the pitch. This
is a great break, though. Here we go. This is what
Oxlade-Chamberlain breaking right down.
This is 3 against 1.
Ball in.
That should be a goal. Oh, what a great save! Poor finish by Kent.
Kent at the back post.
Poor finish by Kent. Yeah.
Kent at the back post. Chamberlain breaks down the right hand side. Puts a lovely ball in. Just missed by Origi. Gets to the back post. Kent goes for goal. Keeper gets down to the post. Makes a save. It goes out for a corner. Liverpool should have really scored there.
Should have been a goal.
Oxlade-Chamberlain's ball was not the best. I think he was aiming for Origi and overhit it. But no, I was just cutting across you there because I have a feeling that Andy Young is still up and watching the match. I might join us to have a little chat. I'll just double check and I'll come back to you and let you know on that.
Get him on.
Yeah, we get him on. Yeah, whoever wants to come on. But great burst there by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I was in the middle of saying that I've just noticed he's on the pitch and then he just breaks 60 yards. Corner goes deep again. Origi gets a header down. It falls to Larouci. Milner's 25 yards out, middle of the pitch. Plays
Go on,
it in.
Fab. Oh, that's a foul.
Plays it in.
Oh, ref didn't
Fabinho
give
gets
it.
taken down, and the ref doesn't give it the free kick. It goes out to the left, and it's back with Mignolet now.
Just
and
fucking pass it to the person next to you, Mignolet.
He's gone
Fuck's
long.
sake, look what he's just done. Look what he's just done there.
He's launched it long at offside Origi, and the ball is back with Dortmund in the middle of. They're in their own. No, they played it out well.
And that was good to see. Ox charging. That was the Ox we've been missing, kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, hold on. I'm just gonna. You might get sounds in your ears here, but I'm just gonna add. I'm gonna add Andy in and see if Andy comes in. You never know. He might be there. Andy should be there.
Hello, chaps.
Hi, Andy. How are you?
All right.
Yeah. Are you
Hello,
ready?
Andy.
Are you ready to kill Simon Mignolet or Nathaniel Klein yet?
Pretty poor.
It was. We've done all right since though. We've played well and we look like we've opened them up once or twice. We should have scored there. Oxlade-Chamberlain breaking through. We should have scored. Andy is on. Stephen Mack says get Andy on. Andy is on. Andy, any transfer news? Any sirens? Any things like that? No.
Yeah, massive news coming in at the end of this broadcast. Stay tuned. Stay fucking tuned.
Andy, did you see the goal?
I did.
Andy, did you see the two players that we were discussing, like sort of probably the worst technically in the team? Klein and Miggs. I mean, it was just indicative of that. Oh, that's a good ball, but no, just the keeper's got there.
Yeah, there was a bang of 15 off it.
We didn't miss that, did we?
No.
No, we did not miss that. Honestly, the quicker they're sort of so. I mean, I was just trying to Gavin saying, look, I haven't got issue with Mignolet staying because he's probably the best number two. Lovely bit of skill there from Mox.
But the thing is, when you ask Klein to tackle and get in, he's no problem there. You see him getting in, snapping into tackles and stuff like that. It's great. It's just when he's asked to go down the wing and create something, you'll see the difference in the second half when Oxlade-Chamberlain comes on. We're up to 1,098 subscribers. If we get to 1,500, Andy, Grizz is going to sing a song live on the podcast. That's Klein now 3 times has walked the ball out.
Right? Yeah. He just basic control. His touch is just so amateurish. I mean, I hate saying it, but going on about it. But he's a Crystal Palace player. He just needs to go to Crystal Palace.
I watched Everton earlier on while I was sitting here doing nothing. They played Monaco earlier, and they literally played them in a ground with about 500 people in Switzerland.
Amazing, isn't it?
But they won a Napoli sticker competition, so
it was. Yeah, they won the sticker competition, but it was gas. Like the two lads were commentating. I think they were from Everton TV or something, and they were commentating. And they at half time they said, "Oh, we're gonna have to group out our table here. We'll be back in 15 minutes because they're turning the sprinklers on."
Oh my god!
They had to get up off their commentary position because the sprinklers were coming on and stuff like that. So, but
I'll tell you what. Mignolet with does he blame the pitch there?
No, the ball is played to Milner. He goes to trap it. It goes up over his foot and goes out for a throw into Dortmund.
Talking about sprinklers, this pitch might need a bit of sprinkling, at half time as well. I think it needs more than sprinklers.
They don't have sprinklers.
Yeah, because
they were out with hose.
Yeah, and the other thing is that pitch is only laid. As someone said on LFC TV, or someone commented on LFC TV. It was only laid yesterday.
Yeah, they're just tiles. Look at them.
Yeah, but. Do you know what the funny thing is? Look at this.
I know. I mean, he's winding me up, and it's only a pre-season friendly.
Yeah, he's winding me up as well. And we're losing the ball because of it. There's hesitancy at the back. And
it's totally opposite of what Alisson brings to the team. Mignolet does the opposite of what Alisson does in terms of bringing confidence and calmness to the team, and it's just not what you need from your keeper. It's totally the opposite. He might be a fantastic shot stopper. He may even be possibly, I know this might, cause a bit of a stir, but he may possibly even be a better shot stopper than Alisson. Maybe, you could argue, but the difference in aura, the difference in
what? Sorry.
just maybe. You know, some might put it as an argument. I don't think so. I'm saying some may say, "Oh, he's a brilliant shot stopper."
Who may say that?
Great.
Some
Nobody
people
says
say
that.
Great
Some
said
some say it. I don't say it. I'm saying some. I'm trying to be sort
Nobody
of
said
balanced.
Great
But
said
in
it
terms
earlier.
of
When Algeria scored that goal, he went, Mignolet would have saved that.
but in terms of everything else,
Nobody said that. There's nothing he's better at in the world.
Well, he's better. He's better than Alisson at making cock-ups. Oh, that's a lovely ball. That should be 1-1. Oh, what another great save. That was a lovely ball from James. That was a lovely ball from James Milner.
Yeah.
Andy's probably about 3 minutes behind. We've got to, Andy's watching it on one of those boxes.
Louis says Alisson is far better all round.
Of course he is.
No, of course he is. I don't think that's the argument that Grizz is trying to make. A slight mistake by Larouci. He gets back, recovers.
No, Grizz definitely said that.
No, I didn't.
It's a better shot stopper.
No, I didn't say that.
He said some might say.
Some mad folk might say he's a great shot stopper, right? But in terms of overall, what a keeper should do,
goalkeeper should be a good shot. Should be good.
But that's what they're for. You're meant to stop the shots.
If you can't stop fucking shots, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, you should.
At one stage, he was conceding more shots than he was saving. So look.
Yeah,
look at that.
He can't stop shots, but he can win.
Somehow
he can win a header.
The ball and nearly falls over again. But he done it right this time.
Can we have the Dortmund goalkeeper, please? Says Nordred. Who was he?
Oh, Phil likes him.
Voiden fella, is it?
That's the one. Some old fella.
Yeah, some old fella.
He's about 43.
Yeah,
but he's good. He's still good. He's made 2. You know what? He's kept them in the game. I mean, apart from their goal, we've been very good.
We have been good. We've been moving around well. There's been good movement. There's nothing coming down the right because Klein forgets that them white lines are where you're meant to keep the ball inside. But
I was going to say this pitch looks like a university pitch, but it is a university pitch, isn't it? It is a university, right?
Yeah, the university of Notre Dame.
Lost that. Gomez lose the ball.
This isn't the surface they play on, Chris.
Oh, look at that. So there is something wrong with the pitch because Jordan Sancho's nearly trod on the ball as well.
What's the university surface?
I don't know. There must be some sort of grading in the grass or something. Well, I don't know. What is the university type pitch, Chris?
I don't know what I mean by that.
I know, yeah.
It looks like they got the travellers to lay it. Like it's about 2 inches or something.
Yeah.
It's a bit mad. Like it's you can actually see where they lay it down, the strips they lay.
But can I make a serious
the
point
black bits
here,
are mad. Look.
Well, you tried to make a serious point about the pitch and it being a university pitch, and it went badly wrong. But
yeah,
if you want to try again, go.
I'm going to give it some context now.
All right, come on.
So we've gone over there for the facilities, right?
Yeah.
And apparently the facilities are just a replay of the save. Just a replay of the save. Brilliant save. Brilliant ball by James Milner as well.
Should score.
Harry Wilson should score.
Absolutely
that was his
should score.
Yeah.
He's loads of room to put that up over his head if he needs.
Yeah, he does. But what I mean is so Klopp's mentioned and alluded that it's probably the
that's
who's lost the ball there. Ox. Was that Ox?
Ox, yeah.
Yeah,
losing the ball, just playing a blind ball there. Ox. I don't know. He must have been expecting Fabinho to be there. I know what you're saying, though, Grizz, about facilities, and the facilities
So the facilities have been apparently the best Klopp's seen. He's saying is sort of in terms of the training facilities.
Shawnee Lawson saving you here, Grizz. There's an artificial pitch underneath that. Okay.
No, I was coming to it. Thanks, Shawnee, but I was coming to it. Can I make my point before you say all right? Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think Klopp and the coaching staff shouldn't play on this pitch once they've seen this pitch, because you could get injured on this pitch. You know that, innit? I mean, you could get injured on any pitch. But
why this pitch?
Because it's university.
For the very lovely pitch.
It's university standard.
Yeah, it's
this is university standard. Yeah, this is university standard. This is college standard pitch. But that was a lovely bit of skill by Ox there.
Do you know when you cut your grass out your back garden, Grizz? You go into the house, right, and then look back out in the garden and go, that is university standard, that, and then be real proud and walk away.
What standard? Actually, yeah. So that is a good thing to bring up. Like, what standard would your grass out your back be?
Well, if you laid it, it depends when you laid it. If you laid it today, it's university standard. Any grass, you see, if I looked out and my grass was pristine, I'd just go, that's top notch. But if I ripped it all up tomorrow and then laid it again on Sunday, it's the exact same. It'd be just university standard.
No, but you guys have kind of like sort of gone off.
No,
Right.
Grizz, we haven't.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, when the coaching staff saw this
Still
pitch,
going.
right?
Go on.
What?
Still going.
We haven't finished. So
I
what
know.
I'm trying to-
No, you definitely haven't finished. Keep going.
Your best option would be to finish. Your best option would be to pretend your laptop's gone dead.
So what I'm trying
University standard laptop.
So what I'm trying to say is, they should have had a look at the pitch and said,
No,
we need a better surface to play on. I mean, this
I
is
agree with you there.
pre-season.
I agree
Then
with you
what?
there. They should
And then
be
what
they should be going over and telling them, listen, we're coming to play.
Cancel the
and
game.
We want call it off, blow it up, Rex.
No, FSG's fault.
Yeah.
No.
Do you know, we'd have had if they hadn't bought that, if they
literally
had,
guys out there who can't even afford to go and watch the matches.
yeah, can't even afford it. And the thing is, if they hadn't have bought that yacht, they would have had a much better pitch today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
They
mean?
should definitely, FSG should definitely lower the prices from Belfast to Liverpool.
That's
That's a lovely ball out
raking
there.
ball by Oxlade.
Oh.
Came out to the left. It's cut out. Kent is fighting for it. Drops again. Good tackle.
Oh, brilliant. Typical Milner.
Good tackle.
There we go.
Oh, look,
There we
he's
go.
torn. Just gets cut out by Dortmund. And they break away. And the left back just runs through midfield.
They're quite dangerous on the break. Yeah,
And
this
here
is
they
like
come on the
4
break.
against 3.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle.
Great pace
Being
shown by
forced out-
Larouci.
Being forced out right. Klein makes a block. It's still in the box. It's away by Matt. It becomes the Klein. Larouci plays it badly to Milner. Milner just lamps her off this fella. Comes back to Dortmund and they have it back in the middle of the pitch.
But again, it's again, Klein's another example. I think me and Andy are going to disagree on this one because I know Andy's a big fan. But Klein's another one who just brings chaos. When he's playing, there's no sense of calmness about Klein, and I don't buy this solid. He's solid, and bro, we're better than that now. We don't need just people that are going to be able to just tackle, as you said earlier, Gav. He's got to be progressive on the ball. He's got to be, even the young kid Larouci's like sort of looks better on the ball than sort of, Nathaniel Klein. So I'm just wound up by Klein and Mignolet, to be honest with you, really. Ignore me.
Stephen.
No, I don't disagree with you there, Chris, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
I think this guy's name is Stefan Mack, but I'm going to call him Stephen, right? He says, ask Andy what he's drinking.
Oh, red wine.
Red wine, okay, because someone else was asking what someone was munching. Was someone eating there a minute ago? It definitely wasn't me because you can see me and all I'm having is a can.
That's crazy. He's eating cereal.
No, I've done it. I've got just a glass of milk. We were discussing that earlier, Andy. You missed that.
University standard milk. How are you, lads? How are you, lads? Thanks so much for giving us great content. Really appreciate the great work. No problem at all. No problem at all. Rigi isn't doing much, same as the last game, says Louis.
Harsh.
He's working hard. He's pressing.
Yeah.
He's pressing well. Now it's 24 minutes in now, and the game is not slowed down, but the pressing has kind of eased off a little bit. I think
it's still a great pace, Gav. It's still a great pace.
Yeah, it's a good pace, and the quality is quite good as well. Good switch by Dortmund to the left wing there. The guy comes into midfield. He's in the centre of the park. Jadon Sancho out to the right full. Liverpool covering it okay.
Well,
plenty of men back.
It's good you made that point about Jadon Sancho coming in field, and I'll tell you why. He's not got much change of that kid left back Larouci. You know that he's done really well.
Yeah, he has done well. He has done well. But the pace has kind of dropped off a little bit. The pressing has kind of gone down a small bit. But Gomez has the ball here in the corner, right? And what he should have done was turn and played it to his goalkeeper. He's ended up in the corner now and won a throw in. And I don't think that I'm not overreacting when I say this. If Gomez looks back and sees Alisson there, he plays it to him.
Oh yeah, most certainly.
You know what I mean? Andy, Stephen reckons you're classy on the red stuff. It's a €4 bottle of wine from fucking Tesco. Mate.
It's not actually. It's not. It's expensive.
£8.
No, it's a Campo Reserve 12.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Broke out the big boys for tonight.
And actually, it's normally 16. So there.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. And how much did you get it for? 8.
12.
Alright. Oh, I thought you meant 2012 was the year.
No.
Alright,
No.
okay. I keep getting this message up from New News saying TV penalty, TV penalty, TV penalty, TV penalty. I don't know what that means. Is it some sort of code? Is it an Area 51 thing? I don't know. But
There's something weird going on, actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, don't start Andy off on his conspiracy theories.
On Area 51. Oh, Klein breaks down the right.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gets the better of the
Here we
winger.
go. Here we
Winger
go.
doesn't even
Klein.
bother chasing him back. Played out to Milner. Milner's on the right wing.
Where's
Stalls
the
a little
options?
bit,
Come on, where's
stalls
the
a little bit,
options?
gives it to Klein. Back to Origi on the edge of the box. Origi has a go with his left foot time.
That's
straight at
okay.
the
No
goalkeeper.
problem. That's okay. It's okay.
Carl
Shots
said,
on target count.
Carl said, are you sure it's not a Tesco box wine, Andy?
100%.
Okay. And Stephen says, Grizz, can I get a large chips and a plain donor? Thanks, bud.
You could, but I'm at home.
Alright.
Unfortunately, but you know.
Do you
Could
do
you
kebab-
deliver?
Do you do Deliveroo?
Yeah.
Illegal Deliveroo deliveries.
Well. What's big around here is Uber Eats.
Yeah.
And I explained to you, a lot of the Uber Eats drivers are Algerians around here, and they just won the World Cup today, like their version, which is like the African nations.
Yeah.
All right. So
So it's
and
not
I think
their version of the World Cup.
so,
It's their version of the Euros.
that's the one. So they've
Grizz, you're absolutely insane.
they've taken the night off.
The university standard Euros.
Nearly through there. Nearly through there.
Their version of the Olympics.
I tell you what, the level's been good considering.
Yeah, here comes Dortmund now, breaking 3-on-3. Matip stands up. Klein is slow to get out to this winger. It's to the back post. It's a good header back.
Oh, well done, Gomez.
Gomez gets a good header to it. Mignolet comes and claims and throws her out to Larouci, and away they go again. Why has nobody went in for Sancho, lads? A few links during the season with United, but nothing this summer. What do we reckon? Andy?
Injured.
Sancho's just injured, is he?
Yeah.
You what? Did you really go to Andy to ask about European football?
Yeah. Andy sits down on a Sunday night and watches Gazzetta dello Sport, all the Italian goals.
I read an article. He's injured.
Oh, right.
Listen.
He's been playing through an injury. Seriously. That's why nobody's interested.
Okay.
Listen, in terms of LFC, I've got to admit Andy is top notch when it comes to knowledge about all things LFC. I mean, he's not super top red for no reason, right?
Yeah.
But
The toppest of reds.
Yeah, he is. He's the toppest. But if you're talking European or world football,
he doesn't give a shit.
It's like asking me about.
Ah, that's a brilliant ball by Kent. Kent gets down the left wing, drops the shoulder, left wing cross, straight across the front of the goal. Nobody there.
It's like asking me about keto diets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of like.
It's
just
like
don't go
asking
there.
about diets. I know, but like seriously, who gets the time to watch Dortmund play week in, week out?
I do.
How?
But
what's that to do with you? How? I mean, I do it.
What do you mean? What's it got to do? You don't have to answer the question if you don't want to.
Well, I'm not, but I watch it. I watch all sorts of football, all European leagues. I watch the Spanish league, the Portuguese league.
How would you have the time to do that?
He just makes time. He says.
I just make time.
You've work, you've a family, you've friends.
Who said I got friends?
I suppose.
What makes you think I got friends? But no, the point being is, I'm a football addict. I don't watch as much as I used to, Andy. I don't watch as much, but I still watch plenty.
I think you mean you don't pretend to watch as much as you used to pretend to watch.
Listen, at one stage he was telling us he had
that's a good ball.
A subscription to Ajax TV.
Good recovery.
Larouci does very, very well there.
Nobody watches all that football.
Yeah, it breaks to Kent. Kent to Fabinho, back to Kent. Liverpool have it, and Dortmund go back into their shape again. But it's do you know what? Both teams have looked best on the break. That's another wasteful ball there from Gomez.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tired ball there.
Straight across the pitch and out off the sideline. It's hard work. They're working hard, but you can see there's a bit of rustiness there.
There is, yeah.
They've stopped now for a water break.
It is 102 degrees in American language.
It's no excuse.
Oh,
in
course,
dollars.
excuse,
I don't
Gav,
know
what are you
how that
talking about?
converts into punts.
Yeah. No.
Do you know what?
We don't know
That's
how
a
that
very good-
converts into punts.
No, Andy's made a very good point there. I didn't know it was that hot.
Yeah, it's mad hot.
Force.
It doesn't look that hot though.
Here's the replay of the goal. The only way I can
How-
explain it is it
how
comes
does it-
in, the striker miscontrolled. Klein has a chance to clear, falls over, hits the ground. Another striker comes in and gets a touch and buries it past Matip and Mignolet. It's a very sloppy goal. Grizz, here's one for you. Are we still watching? I can't say this fella's name. Oyer heavily. I heard our transfer guys think highly of him. This must be the guy that's with Leon. Is he a midfielder or an attacking midfielder? I'll spell your name.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think we are. Some other lads do think we're interested in him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's destined to go to Man City
Right.
when he does eventually leave Lyon.
Okay.
I think he's an amazing player. He's probably the best player at Lyon. But I don't know. I haven't heard nothing on him. But others have.
Just a replay there, the chance from Wilson. It's a great ball over the top. Wilson is about 22 yards from goal. The keeper comes right out the edge of the box. And to be honest with you, I think Wilson should score. He's a loads of room to put it over the keeper, and he nearly hits him in the head. Really, really good chance there for Wilson. They're just taking a water break at the minute because, as Andy said, it's 102 degrees over there, which is about 55 punts. So
55 punts degrees Celsius.
yeah, so they're having a break. And yeah, they should do that. Their jerseys are absolutely
I think,
saturated.
100's about 40 degrees, isn't it?
I didn't know it was that hot out there, man.
Yeah, I remember being in
Andy
Vegas.
just told me that.
I remember being in Vegas years ago, and I think it's something like, isn't it 2.5 times the Celsius is usually around, right? So yeah, so it's about 40 degrees, yeah. But you see, it's all about the humidity as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
It can be hot,
yeah.
and then it's humid as well. So I'd say it's fairly humid as well there. So
Well, look at them having their water break. They're rounded, so it is
yeah.
humid.
And that's before they pour the water on them. Like literally, the Liverpool
Yeah.
jersey's gone from red to like a really dark wine in the last
They're
25
gone, yeah.
minutes.
It's gone back to the jersey 2 seasons ago.
Yeah. Free kick to Dortmund just inside Liverpool's half, fell by Matip.
Is it fair to say that? My God, you're right about
I'm
this jersey.
looking at Matip there. He's absolutely saturated from top
That's
to bottom.
exactly what made me remember my God as well, Gav. That's exactly what I just see.
It's like you in the gym, Grizz.
I was just gonna say
Hitting
one of
the
my
punch
sparring
bag,
sessions.
smashing
Yeah,
the punch bag, yeah.
yeah, you know, Gav. Andy, sorry, you know.
I do.
But what I was gonna say is it fair to say Matip starts first game of the season alongside VVD?
Yeah.
I'd have me doubts.
Really?
Yeah, this
Based
is a good
on
move by
what? Based on
Liverpool.
what, pre-season?
It's a good move by Liverpool. Kent is into the box left hand side.
Overlapping
Milner goes on the
Milner.
overlap. Kent goes inside, tries to use it himself, loses it.
See,
Loses
this is
it.
where.
And this is where Kent frustrates me. I think he plays his own game rather than the game around him. But Liverpool try to get it back. They do win it back. Fabinho wins it back. You have about 35 yards from goal. It's out to Klein, who pushes it on to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain
Come on, take him on.
Goes
Locks.
back into the middle of the park.
There.
Fabinho has it in the middle of the park. Oh, it's good.
It should be a goal.
It is a goal.
1-1.
Harry Wilson.
Finally.
One each. Great goal.
Finish.
It's a lovely dummy by someone there in I don't know who it is making the run.
Might have been Kent. Might have been a Kent dummy there.
But it's a
Very
brilliant
good.
finish from Harry Wilson.
That should earn him a contract.
I think he starts on the first day of the season now.
Yeah. Norwich are going to get smashed.
Yeah.
Alongside Lallana.
Well, Lallana will be feeding them balls from the deep line.
No, yeah, Lallana be 6 and Wilson be 8.
And the ghosty 8.
Yeah.
So it's a ball from Fabinho. It's a lovely
Yeah, I'm
dummy
right.
by Kent.
Yeah,
And Wilson
I'm
Wilson
right.
gets it about 11 yards out inside of his left foot across the goalkeeper and places it in the corner. It's a really good finish in fairness.
That's a great decision by the ref as well, linesman. They could have easily been
he's
triggered
well
up and given.
onside. The defender in the middle of the park is playing him onside. But it's a really good finish. And you know, the first time Wilson kind of gets inside and we try play through the middle with Wilson coming inside and he gets something from it. So 1-1, 35 minutes gone, and it's probably a fair reflection on the game. Klein wins it again, gets it back, gives it to Wilson.
We've deserved that. We've deserved that, to be honest with you.
I know it's only a friendly, Andy, but you're watching this and the ref's giving us very, very little. We seem to be getting little clips here and there, and he's not having a bar of it. But
what nationality? I mean, I don't want to sound prejudiced or racist. I may do, but what nationality is a ref?
I'd say he's American.
What nationality he was.
Now, where is he from? The ref?
He's American, I'd say.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say they're bringing in someone from Switzerland to do it. Like,
no.
It's a nice move again. Liverpool break. Oxlade-Chamberlain down the right hand side, gets it to Klein.
So I'll tell you what I like about this.
This is a good ball, showing, isn't it? It's a good ball. Klein has it back. It goes back to Wilson, back to Oxlade-Chamberlain, right wing. He takes.
That's what I like. Go on.
Takes the guy on, beats him, and then the cross goes behind.
But this is our superior fitness showing, lads.
Yeah, Force says well taken by Wilson.
Very clinical in Wilson.
Yeah, it was clinical. Yeah.
What's your views on him then, guys? What do you think about Wilson?
I think he should get a season at the club. See what happens.
I disagree.
Really?
Yeah.
I disagree. I think he'd be sold.
What have you got? Like, what have people got against him? Like, he went out on loan, took his chances. He lit the championship up. He has to get a chance at Liverpool before they sell him.
I think the two options we have for him is we sell him, or we give him a Premier League loan.
Yeah, so I'd be like that. Premier League loan or stay at the club for a year and see what happens.
You're going with the other option, yeah. You see, I just think Dortmund on the attack here now.
Now we've got plenty back, and he's fallen down again.
He's fallen down again. Gomez has taken it off him, stood on him, looked at him, and then your man, Jadon Sancho it was. I don't know, Andy, like, it's something Grizz said last week on the Fatback 4 when he said, lads, you have to look at the levels we're at now. And I think, look, I'll put it to you this way, Andy. If Wilson wasn't a Liverpool player and he was a Derby player last season and he'd done that for Derby, you wouldn't be crying out for him to sign for Liverpool, would you?
You just wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. However, the Klopp effect, he's brought players on leaps and bounds. You never know what he could do with the Wilson with a season at the club. Like, he's got he's got so much raw ability there. Like, he's left foot, he's set piece taker. He's played all over the shop for Derby, and like you just seen there, he's a good finisher. I don't see why.
For them.
He's played all over the place.
Yeah, he's played in the midfield three for them.
Yeah, he's gonna stay fit. He's versatile. You know, he's quick enough. Lots of energy. Derby played quite an attacking type of football last year as well, and if you look at Lallana there, you know, I know Klopp is talking him up, but he's going to get injured again, and there you have Wilson. He's going to be available. I'd keep him. See what happens.
Do you know what? Do you know something? I'll tell you what. You've convinced me.
I knew he was going to convince you.
Yeah, he has convinced me.
It doesn't take much to convince you.
No. Do you know something? No, because I'm open to other people's opinions. And
that's fair enough.
I think Andy's made a very good case for a year at the club to see how he does. I'm not saying to be you know, a regular starter for Liverpool, but somebody to, you know, at least have a go with trying to get into the squad. Oh yeah, I get you, Andy. A year with Klopp after his progression at Derby, yeah, it's not a bad shout with Klopp. There was a ball over the top there from Dortmund, and Joe Gomez just absolutely
showed his pace, didn't he?
Ate the ground up to get across and give it back.
Like here, Gav, you can't say Klopp hasn't had, you know, a massive effect on the likes of Robertson and Ox, Salah, you know, players like Mane. That who just came on. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, these players came on leaps and bounds. And
his success rate with players is phenomenal.
Oh, is that onside?
No, he's offside there. Ball over the top, he's offside.
Andy, Andy, the players that you've mentioned, right? The only one I would agree with you in terms of was probably on the same level quality wise would be Robertson, like unknown quality. You know, he looked like a basic player at Hull, and he's come on leaps and bounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I that's a good
comparison. But Wilson doesn't look like a basic player. Wilson looks like an extremely talented player.
I don't think he looks extremely talented. No, I think he looks a good player, neat and tidy.
He's smashing goals in from 30 yards. Like, you know, that's not your average player. That's not.
you know something as well though? Like I even look at the likes. I even look at the likes of Mane. I think Mane has been
good 10.
He's gone up serious. Oh, that's a good ball as well in behind. And he's giving them offside. But even Mane, I liked at Southampton. I remember watching him for Southampton away at Chelsea, and Southampton were playing on the break while leading the game, and he was unbelievable. I thought, he looks good, but he's gone on to serious levels at Liverpool under Klopp. You know,
I think that's natural for a big player to make that progression. But yeah, Klopp has that effect on players. Chris, right? Question for you.
Lads, I'm going to go for a smoke while you talk about this, right?
Okay.
All right, go on.
Who would you like in Wilson to? I mean, who is he comparable with that we've seen before that's maybe played in the Premier League, that's scored one of their goals?
Hold on, here comes Wilson. Let's see what he does here. Oh, great ball. This should be a goal. Oh, Kent's gone down the keeper. Looking for an option. Origi. Great fucking block. Bloody hell, he blocked it like this is like a Champions League final. They're great commitment. Here's your man, Harry Wilson. You mean like a recent Liverpool player?
Yeah, not necessarily. Just give me a player. Like
I'll tell you who. Harry Wilson reminds me of in a way, in terms of he doesn't beat players. He's got a wonderful left foot and can smack goals from every angle. Paddy Berger. Good example that you got to admit.
Yeah.
I mean, Patrick Berger wasn't special, was he? But if you got a highlights reel of his Berger's goals, you'd think, flip me fire, eh? And it's similar to Wilson. Wilson, when you see him play in 90 minutes, he doesn't have much influence on a game, right? He's technically decent, he's sound, yeah, just like Patrick Berger was. You know, he's got plenty of energy and etc., etc. But he's just a clean technical striker of the ball.
Yeah, fair enough.
He reminds me of Paddy Berger. And Paddy Berger was a good Liverpool player, but he wasn't special or elite.
Yeah, but he was a starter for Liverpool at the time, and maybe Wilson could be someone who would be a good backup player, good squad player. You know, Berger played in the Czech team that won the Euros.
No, fair enough. I mean, you know, backup squad player. Look, I wouldn't be against it, but what I would say is it all depends if we have got targets in mind that we know we can get, and I would rather cash in on Wilson now, because there are teams that probably would be willing to pay 25 million for him, and that's a bloody good price for him. Would you agree?
Well, how much?
25 million.
Well,
okay.
No,
okay.
I went for something like 15, 20, did he? And
okay.
That was a few years ago.
Okay, Shaqiri or Wilson?
Who would I rather?
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're looking at, right? Shaqiri's your backup at the moment.
We know what Shaqiri's about, but I'd be disappointed to not see what Klopp can do with Wilson with a season. I'd be disappointed not to see what the outcome there could be.
The only loss, Andy, is if you do give him a year and it doesn't go right, you're looking at something.
You lose your value.
You're losing your value.
Yeah, you lose your 10 million, man. He'll suddenly be 15 million.
Seriously, we're in an era now where you know, TV companies are paying over 100 million a season and fucking 10 million just to see how a player pans out. Like a player, you're not going to be paying massive wages anyway.
Yeah, no, look, as I said, you've convinced me to give him a year, and
he hasn't convinced me.
He's convinced me that, you know, on the basis that Klopp's record in developing players while they're with him is second to none. So yeah, I'd probably go with you, Andy.
Like he's still seen as one of Wales' biggest potentials.
Well, look, you know, people say, look, he's 22 now. He's 20. 22 is nothing in football. It's nothing in football. You know what I mean? It's really not, like, you know, that kind of way. So It's
Well, that's an amazing ball.
Do you know what? I just
And
think
that's a
I just think it's mad.
decent save from Mignolet there.
ball over the top by Dortmund.
That was some ball there, Gav.
Yeah, it was
If
a
you
good ball.
did-
Goethe gets through. He's down the inside right channel. He's on his own. He hits a good shot. Mignolet gets down to his left and parries it out for a corner.
Goat says a proper pudding, isn't he? Isn't a proper pudding?
Yeah. Force here says Shaqiri has had some crucial touches last season, but even he was disappointing. Overall, he was. The one that done it for me with Shaqiri was Old Trafford when he came on, and I thought he was very, very poor in a game where he should have excelled. The game was there for Liverpool. It was there for Shaqiri to get involved and do stuff. And Klopp seemed to lose some trust in Shaqiri after that for a long time. He might have made some credit back with his performance against Barcelona in the second leg. Second half in particular, first half he was okay, but the second half he was really good. The ball is spending an awful lot of time in midfield here. It's gone back to Mignolet. He's hit it long up towards Origi. Origi holds it up, does he? Yeah,
Milner that's decent. That was decent.
Milner gets a touch, gets it out to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain has played an awful lot on this right hand side. He's tried to come out to this right hand side, and Wilton has tried.
I've been very encouraged by Oxlade's performance.
Yeah, he looks very, very fit. He looks sharp, but he's getting on the
I just want to see a fit Gomez and a fit Ox. That's all. I couldn't give a shit how they play. If they can just come through
this.
That's
what I said as well. Do you know what I said, Andy?
Can we add a fit Keita as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I said this a couple of weeks ago, Andy. You know, performances by Gomez at the start of last season was exceptional. You know, but if you get a full season of fitness out of him, you've a good centre half there for the season.
Yeah, I think if the two players stay fit, they'll do big things for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Half time, they all look wrecked. To being honest with you, nearly every player.
I think that was
walking
very decent.
Slowly off the pitch. It was a good walkout. Anyone stand out in that first half of your Chris?
Yeah, Ox. Larouci kept Jordan Sancho very quiet.
Yeah, he did. In fairness to him.
Again, got to say, Milner's the best player on the pitch.
Yeah, he works so hard and he's breaking stuff up.
He's just so intelligent, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Wilson took the goal very nicely. I mean, you know, I don't think I'm being critical of him. I just don't think he's the player that's going to sort of challenge our front three, and that's what I want. I just want a backup winger attacker to be able to challenge the front three. I don't think he can. I get what Andy's saying. He's able, you know, to be a squad player, but he wouldn't. You know, that's my only argument. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that 45.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Anyone watching there, if you have any random topics you want to throw in there, you probably have two of the best people to answer them in Grays and Andy. So anything random. Andy, it got very random earlier.
What was that?
It got very random earlier on the podcast. On the Fatback 4 Daily show, it went from worst hangovers to best books, worst films. Best chippers in Dublin.
There's nobody in the Fatback 4 that reads books. I can tell you that for certain.
No, I
don't. You're very wrong there.
Yeah, here we go.
So, okay, Grizz, you read books and you watch all the European football games. Okay,
Grizz is read Ulysses twice.
And he's an expert in pitches.
I used to read a lot of books. I admittedly, you're right.
Actually, I want to back you up on that because I remember you telling me about a time you were in a park in London, Hyde Park.
Thank you very much.
You used to lie under a tree on a nice
Thank you very much.
summer evening and lie at the bottom of a tree and have a nice read.
No better feeling. Absolutely no better feeling in the world. I used to go to Hyde Park, a very famous park in London, and just sit under a tree, lay out my towel, and just get a nice book from W.H. Smith and read it. I mean, admittedly now, I don't have the time.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I agree. And he's right.
That was ITK for dummies.
It's not for dummies, trust me. So, you know, I'm a very avid reader of books. I used to be.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know about Matt and
I read
Gav.
anything I read is usually autobiographies. One I heard mentioned the other day was Tony Cascarino's. I would really want to get get stuck into that. I heard it's absolutely amazing. We heard about
He
your
asked,
silver.
he asked the teacher out in school, the school he used to go to.
He asked the teacher out.
Yeah.
What?
She used to fucking tell us that all the time.
All
Tony
right.
Cascarino asked her out.
Like, what? He wasn't in that school, obviously.
No, like, I don't know how he knew her or how they came across each other in life, but
there was a great story about him and his Irish passport, wasn't there?
Yeah, no, like completely non-Irish.
Yeah,
Which makes her story seem even more bullshit. Like,
yeah, I think could we track her down?
Yeah,
and ask her. Someone here says
there was a Cascarino playing in the Women's World Cup for France.
No way.
Yeah.
Was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say he's more fucking French than he is Irish.
Yeah. Force 22 here says Grace, the top shelf from W.H. Smith doesn't count. Recommended reading. I'd recommend Tony Cascarino's book. Really good. I'll tell you whose autobiography was brilliant. Ricky Tomlinson, the guy that plays the father in the royal family. His book is brilliant. It's really, really good. Grace, are you starting to lean more towards Arucci after that first half? You have to give Adam Lewis a chance in the second, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look who I just mentioned earlier, Andy.
Patrick Berger.
I don't know. Yeah, Patrick Berger, and look who is Patrick Berger. While you was away, Gav, I made a brilliant comparison.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, brilliant one.
Okay.
Andy asked me, who does Wilson sort of remind you of in terms of recent players, Liverpool players or any players? And I gave the example of Patrick Berger, who, scored stunning goals but didn't have much influence on games. I mean, I know stunning goals is a great influence on games, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Berger for me started off brilliantly at Liverpool for his first probably 2 seasons, and then it was niggling injuries all the time, and he actually still has those niggling injuries. He's had to pull out a Legends game because of calf and groin strains and stuff like that. But Jesus, he looks great. Fair play to him.
Who was the United got at the time when Liverpool got Berger? Was it Poborski or something?
Poborski, yeah, they signed the
he was he was the kind of the classier one of the two. And I don't know. We got good service out of Berger.
7 years we got.
But no, I wouldn't. The reason I was asking that, Grace, was just to sort of gauge the standard. You talked about whether he's up to the current Liverpool thing that we have. Who we've seen in the past that kind of either made or didn't make it, or didn't necessarily have to be Liverpool, but like who we seen that maybe played in the Premier League, but he was only Championship standard. I mean, I don't know. I think it's unfair to say that at this stage that Wilson is only kind of Championship standard. Only just because he's only proven in the Championship. Like, he definitely needs a chance at Liverpool.
Where I'll ask you this, I was telling a story, I think it was last night, on the Fatback 4 Daily about my worst fashion fail. I explained what went on there. Have either of you got a worst fashion fail? Have you ever bought something and thought you were the business and then realised, no, I'm actually not, this is horrendous?
Years ago, there was a craze where like there was these shorts, like, but they were mad material, like, so it's hard to explain, but I got a grey one and I had my jacket on, and when I took my jacket on, the fucking thing was like that Liverpool jersey.
Right.
After 102 degrees weather.
Yeah.
It was like, it wasn't just fucking Camachos, it was like drowned it from back to front.
Right.
Ridiculous. So that was my biggest fashion fail. But I'm probably still going through a fashion fail at the moment. I wear leather jackets.
Yeah, you do still have a leather jacket. Yeah, we've seen that on 1 or 2 outings.
But I mean, I won't have any. I won't have a bar of it. Like, leather jackets are king, and they're
Ray Brady would agree with you.
Yeah.
James Pearce is hopping on the Larouci bandwagon. James Pearce must be on social media, giving it loads. There was someone else.
Or listening to me.
I don't know where Pearce has gone. Is he gone to London to do something? I don't know.
Pearce Echo, like, on his Twitter handle.
Yeah, I don't know where he's gone.
They've gone to a new publication called The Athletic.
Oh, okay.
where all the top journalists have gone.
All right. Okay. Never heard of them. Somebody says there. Who was it? Joe Riley says, "Sorry if this was discussed before, but how ridiculous was that 11 p.m. announcement? What 11 p.m. announcement? Was there an announcement at 11 p.m.? Does anybody know what that announcement was? Joe, you need to fill us in."
I can't really call my source at this time of morning.
No, but
so someone's going to have to.
You don't need to
fill me in what they must.
There was an announcement apparently.
Did we say there was an 11 p.m. announcement or something?
No, we didn't. I never say anything about announcements at 11.
It must have been Andy's siren.
No, I only do a 10 p.m. one.
He wouldn't go as far as 11. He's in bed by then.
No, there was no 11 p.m. announcement. No. I don't know what the chaps.
Stephen Max
maybe fill us in.
Stephen Max says, "Who the fuck doesn't have a leather jacket?" Backing you up 100% there, Andy.
Yeah, bang on.
Grizz, is there any real interest in Augsburg left back Philippe Max?
No, that I've heard of. No,
I never even heard of him before tonight. It was mentioned on the show earlier.
No, he's a good player though. I wish there was.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Very good player.
Many times we watched him play.
Player. About 3-4 times, but it's enough for a football man like me to sort of gauge if he's good or not.
Oh yeah. Augsburg TV.
Very, very good attacking, very good going forward. I like him a lot, actually.
Okay.
Shawnee from the Trippers will back me on this. I did tell him when we saw Augsburg play, I said, I'll tell you what, that left back looks a bit tasty.
Okay. What else have I got there? Cardigan sweater is better than a leather jacket. Cardigan sweater.
How? What is that like? How is that?
I don't think that's even possible.
I know what they mean. A cardigan, they mean.
Okay.
I know what a cardigan sweater looks like, but how is that possibly comparable with a leather jacket? Like a leather jacket's timeless. A cardigan sweater is just.
You get it anywhere, can't you?
No, like. That's more, it's not something like your mom made you wear, like.
Are you guys like boring in terms of leather jackets? Have to be like black leather?
Oh, great!
They don't have to. No, they don't have to be black. What colour is your leather jacket?
Because I used to have a brown one, dark brown one. Like Donny Brasco. So we're talking.
That's pretty cool.
Mine's
black, but I wouldn't rule out a brown one. It's black and it has loads of buckles and all on it.
Joe Riley says the announcement from Indy Coyle claiming a big announcement at 11. Yeah, I did see something along that.
Does he not do that all the time?
Yeah, Indy Coyle. Listen, come here. I've retweeted. Hold on. I've retweeted a few bits from Indy Coyle. Yeah, listen, this guy doesn't take himself too seriously, so don't take him too seriously. He's a good guy. I know a couple of lads that actually do know him, and he is a really, really good guy. Louis asks, is it better for you lads if we watch on YouTube than Perry? You can watch it wherever you want. All I'm saying is if you have a YouTube account and you go on to YouTube, type in LFC Day Trippers and just subscribe, because we want more subscribers, simply because it gets more people watching and gets more people giving opinion. And the show that was on earlier on tonight, just loads of comments were coming in. You're getting loads of different opinions, and it's great to just bounce off people. That's the only reason. It's not like get subscribers to make money. Trust me, you need about 1 million views on YouTube to make about a $5. It's what I mean. It's ridiculous. So it's not about money. It's probably the hardest way to make money. Is YouTube. Seriously, you have to have, like, I'm talking millions of views to even get the price of a night out. I'm being honest with you.
No, Gav, it's like YouTube isn't a platform we've really delved into on Day Trippers at all. So it's just a matter of growing the channel, and that if we can grow the channel, then we can do more stuff on YouTube, and it's going to benefit people listening. Most of our stuff is obviously on Periscope. People can get them where they want, but YouTube is definitely a platform we want to grow and just be able to reach out to more listeners and viewers.
Absolutely, because like we're on Twitter, and we're on Periscope, and we have a great following there. All the people in there are brilliant, and their opinions are brilliant. But if we get more people through YouTube, it's just a wider variety of people with more opinions. That's all we want. Because we're not here to tell you how to support football, what to think about football, how you should do things. Come on and tell me how I should be doing things. I'm all up for that. Apparently, Joe Riley says, apparently ask Coutinho's people if they're interested in getting info on a house for sale in Liverpool. I presume this is Indy Coyle.
Yeah, I seen it actually.
Yeah. Sean Fillingham asks, what's the score, guys, listening in Florida, but have come over from the Shetland Islands? I really hope that's true. It's 1-1 at half time, Sean. Dortmund took the lead early on. Harry Wilson equalised after about 35 minutes. It's 1-1. It's a close game. They've gone off. They have gone off, and it'll be a completely different team for the second half. Every player looked wrecked coming off. But yeah, just on the subscription thing, we're not going to bash you with all this information all the time. We just like to remind you every couple of shows. Just if you're on there, there's nothing to it. Subscribe, hit the little bell icon. You'll get a notification when we come up live. Some people prefer to watch it on Twitter. Some people prefer to watch it on YouTube. It's completely up to you. But the more people we get subscribed, like, tell your mates. You don't even have to be Liverpool fans. We do random stuff on here. I'd have no problem United fans coming on speaking to me, or Arsenal, Chelsea, Everton, whoever they are. Whoever wants to come on, the more opinions, the better. Jono, I'm a broken record, but we need one more forward, a wide player. We risk running Mane and Salah into the ground. Bigger need than left back. It's crazy to think Mane is 18, 19 season just finished. Lads, just on the forward thing, and he makes a point that it's probably more important than left back. Do you agree on that? Do you both agree with each other that a forward is definitely needed to improve quality up front and depth? Chris or Andy, whoever wants to go
Chris.
Hey?
That doesn't matter, Chris. Andy, what do you think on that?
I would say it's more important. Yeah, like the drop off in quality. Like, you know, we all hope Brewster's going to turn out to be the player Klopp talks him up to be, and the player we want him to be. But the drop off at the moment is huge from the top three to the backup. Like, you know, it's just, there's no like for like really. Like, Shaqiri comes in, he's just not like Mane or Salah. He just doesn't have the pace. I think we desperately need someone that can play across the front three, where he can play central or wide. In terms of left back, like, you know, Robertson could handle that position for another season again, and then we have Milner, we have Klein, we have, you know, we've other players that can slot in there as well. So or the you know, Larouci, who's impressed in pre-season as well. But so I'd say priorities somewhere, someone that can play across the top, and then left back. And after that, I think we're past the, I wouldn't say we're desperate for a player, but we're past like really needing a player. And after that's a bonus.
Yeah. Guys, just a quick because the game's about to start, and
it's the same 11 with look of it.
I was just going to say, interestingly, guys, this seems to be a same 11.
It's a bit strange now, unless they're going to give these 15 minutes here, and then they're going to throw lads on, and you know, for the last half hour. But you've 28 players there that they're supposed.
Well, do you think maybe because we're playing again tomorrow, you know, it's something to do with that, maybe where a lot of these guys are going to play 60 minutes and then role reversals.
So what, makes 7 changes on the hour and then keep the other 11 for?
That's right.
Yeah, you
and
could
then do the same the other day.
You could do something like that.
Yeah.
Stephen Mack says if Goldbridge can get 500k on YouTube, then you lot can do the same.
Yeah, but come here, no disrespect to Goldbridge, like, he's the crack.
He is. He's an do you know something, Andy? I'll tell you something now. He is a social media genius.
Yeah, he is. He's very good.
And the thing about him is, he actually has a great mix of knowledge about the game, but at the same time being well able to laugh at himself on a regular basis.
He's very witty.
Well, guys, can I give myself a bit of a plug here? Something that we're looking to start with your permission.
My permission?
Can I? Yeah.
Yeah, you do what you want.
All right, so
sorry, Bruce, you break into the box. It's cleared. Go on, Chris.
Well read by Matip there.
Yeah.
Well, it's good you mentioned Mark Goldbridge, who's who's like part of the United stand. I mean, I know we're a Liverpool podcast, but I've been asked to do something with a fellow called Rants and Bants from United stand as well, and Troops from the Arsenal Fan TV, and Expressions from the Spurs channel. So we look out for that, guys. Where I'm going to be part of their team that we're going to do this YouTube channel called Premier League Uncensored.
And you'll still have time to watch European football, be an expert in university pitches, and read books.
No, I may not now. I may not now.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to lie under that tree in Hyde Park while doing a podcast, so then you can get home and read up on grass and.
I think what Grizz does, he goes underneath the duvet, right, and time stops.
Yeah.
And he can do what he wants while he's under the duvet, so he can watch 4 matches. Belgian League, fucking Italian League, you name it, IX channel member.
Yeah.
And then he can read Ulysses.
Yeah.
And then he moves on to his podcast with all the other fans across the world, and then he comes back to us in real time.
Yeah.
Multi-purpose.
Louis, 2 things here. Sean filling a mask at Barcelona and handed over all the money for Coutinho. And Louis says there's a drop in quality up top. If it's a game goes away when Trent or Andy aren't playing. I'm trying to work out what that means.
It means, so I said that there's a drop off in quality in the front three, and he's saying the same happens at full-back. But I think if you fit Gomez, you can play right back if Trent needs to drop out of the team, and you can play Milner there. And I don't think it's a massive effect in most games, but I think no matter who we play, we can, it can have a massive effect if we lose one of the front three.
Just a quick question, Gav, because you've made me watch this without any volume.
Yeah.
Have Dortmund made? Yeah, they have. They've changed the team. I was just going to ask you: have Dortmund made a number of changes? And
I haven't really seen the Dortmund side. I haven't seen. There's plenty of Liverpool players warming up behind the goal there. They're doing Dortmund have changed their team completely, and they've made a good start actually to this. Yeah, they look very sharp. Liverpool have the ball now in their own half. Milner has it deep in his own half. He plays the ball forward. Origi's chasing this down into the corner. It's going to beat him and just go out play. What else have we got there? There's nothing really else coming in there. But if any, like I said, listen, go random if you want to ask random questions. There's no problem. There's about 7 or 8 Liverpool players there doing a proper warm up. So
I think it's going to be the 60-minute mark.
Yeah,
I think,
if not before, it might be 55. But as I said, Dortmund Roos is on and stuff like that for Dortmund. They seem to be a lot quicker on the ball here second half. I'm not surprised. Like it was a hard work out in the first half, and to come back out and play a fully fresh Dortmund side from the very start.
So where do we go after this game? We're not staying here, are we?
No, there's 3 different cities. I think we play in
Boston and New York.
Yeah, we play. Is it Yankee Stadium?
Oh, that should be good.
Is it Yankee Stadium?
Oh, we're definitely playing in Fenway. I don't know.
We're playing in Fenway, and it's not the Giant Stadium. We're playing. I thought it was Yankee Stadium. Where do New York City play?
Oh, here we go. A little break here.
Wilson's inside. No options.
He's got Milner. No options. Is that Kent on? Was Kent playing in the first half?
Yeah, Kent was there first half. It's the exact same
very
11.
Very quiet from Kent in that first half. It just shows you because I didn't even know he was on the pitch.
Yeah. Now Liverpool have it now. They're trying to hold on to it.
That's nice from Joe.
Yeah, nice move.
That's nice from Joe Gomez.
And it goes out then to Klein, and Liverpool are just holding on to it as much as they can. We're playing in Fenway. That's being confirmed. Can anyone tell me what the game is in New York? Where do New York City play?
I reckon New York.
I know that, but is it Yankee Stadium? Not Yankee. Is it the Yankee Stadium they play in?
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't watch.
Jason finally discovered something Grace doesn't watch.
What?
What's the league called?
The MLS.
What's the American MLS? Yeah, I don't watch the MLS.
The MLS, you know something?
Shall I tell you why?
Yeah, go on.
The pitches. The
pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quality of the grass.
Quality of pitches is shambolic.
No, but
in
the
the
thing
MLS.
is, like, I'm nearly sure, Grizz, are you out unwrapping a fucking Christmas
No,
present there?
that's Andy opening up a packet of crisps.
Christmas present.
Sake. What was I going to say to you?
I didn't shave, and
good shot from Dortmund, good save from Mignolet.
Great shot stop from Mignolet.
Yeah, so New York City, isn't it New York City that what they call themselves? The one that Lampard went to play with.
Red Bulls, isn't it?
No. The one that Lampard went to play with. New York. Is it New York City?
New York City.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it is, because Man City own them. So they, I'm nearly sure, play at Yankee Stadium. Right? Okay? So, and then, but if you look at the MLS now, the amount of...
he's onside, here we go, and they score.
Yeah, Dortmund scored
2-1. That was very easy. That was very easy.
Ball across to the back post, and then squared back across and knocked in by... I don't know who's getting the credit for it, but it's gone 2-1 to Dortmund. I'm not surprised. Well, they've started very sharp.
Yeah, that was pretty shambolic, to be honest with you.
Just going back to this thing, Grizz, the amount of teams in the MLS that have actually purpose-built football stadiums now, and the facilities are top-notch and the pitches are actually brilliant, is on the rise all the time. So, you should watch it. And for anyone out there that's watching and do like to put a bet on, and you don't have to bet, gamble responsibly, all that sort of stuff. Are these offside?
Is he?
It looked offside, but anyway, it's 2-1. But anyone that likes to put a bet on, you don't have to bet. But I always notice when I'm looking at the results, the amount of goals in the MLS. If you're betting on goals, always bet on over 2 goals in every game, because it's just ridiculous. Delaney, I think, is the guy that gets the goal there for Dortmund. Poor from Liverpool, they're caught out the back post. It's something that they're very rarely caught out on now. They have really good a good line when it comes to holding.
It's a bit of a sloppy start, to be honest with you.
It's not that. It's just Dortmund look like they have a lot more energy than Liverpool. You know, so we'll have to see if changes come now. Yeah. Liverpool look like they're tiring here, and I'm not surprised.
100 degrees, isn't it? Someone told me earlier.
It's 55.
It's only 98 now.
50 degrees Celsius. It is. Defence was asleep, says Force. Yeah, they actually were caught out at the back and then didn't get back in on time.
Oh, someone's down injured. That looks like a bad one.
And he looks like he's in a lot of pain.
Oh, that looks like a bad one.
He got caught by the Dortmund player badly.
Klein's not the type to stay down.
Well, he got caught and he stayed down. You have to see what happens here. The ball's played across. He goes to play it. I think it's a bit intentional. I think that the player's gone in to get the ball and just catches him late. I don't think there's anything malicious in it. Here it is again. Comes to Klein. Actually, a man nearly gets there first.
Yeah, he just
Klein blocks him. So, yeah, there's nothing in that. It's just a collision. But I think it looks like the ankle for Klein there, the right ankle.
We can't blame the pitch for that.
Bit of a tweak for Klein. Andy, what do you make of us playing like more or less tomorrow? Is it a bit strange that they're doing it that tight?
Well, it's Friday and Sunday in America, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's Friday at 8 o'clock in America, and then it's Sunday at 3 o'clock. So it's 36 hours, roughly.
Yeah, but you remember last season we played 2 games like one day after the other? Like, you know, it's not like it's not like the same play.
Did we beat Barcelona at Wembley and then go to fucking Mainz and get beaten 5-0 or something?
Yeah, but it's going to be a totally different team. Like you see here now, like at this stage, players should be able to play 60 minutes. So I think that's what we're going to see here is 60 minutes out of most of them, and then there'll be a totally different start. And like, you know,
yeah.
There's lots of them haven't even played a minute of pre-season so far. So
yeah, I think our quality on the ball in the second half has been very poor. Though. We've given a lot of ball away.
Klein's back up.
Yeah, Klein's okay. We've been very loose on the ball. Even standard kind of 20-30 yard passes are going awry there once Wilson had headed it out. But Dortmund look a lot quicker than us here.
They do. Back
to Mignolet. He hoofs it out and it goes out for a throw in. So yeah, I'd like to see a lot of players on now and kind of test this Borussia side.
Yeah, I think we're a few minutes away from seeing the changes, so it should liven us up. I can see Brewster probably. Not probably. Brewster will be coming on. Who will mostly be coming on? And
well, it all depends, like you said. Does he have another team in place for Sunday? You know. So it all depends on that, I suppose.
Does anybody know the extent of Shaq's injury and where he's at?
It's a calf strain for him.
That's surprising.
You know, it's a calf strain. Yeah, it's a calf strain for him, and here we go. Changes galore here now. They're all lining up with their jerseys. There's a load of the whole team. You can see there you've got Wijnaldum, Van Dijk, Brewster. That was 3 I picked out on the sideline there. I don't know what. There's a load of messages come up on my screen saying search Google. I don't know what that is. Stephen says, great crack, lads. You should be on doing more of these watch alongs. I'm off to town. You're off to town? At 20 past 2 in the morning. Here's Dortmund on the break again. Cut back. And it's 3-1.
That's 3-1.
It's 3-1. Cut back and gets to the end line. Cuts it back to around the penalty spot. Takes a good touch and buries it in the corner. It's 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund. And again, it's not a surprise that they've a lot more energy than Liverpool. They're getting around Liverpool very, very easily. Their energy, Liverpool's energy have gone.
Yeah, this is not a good start. There's not been a good 15 minutes as a second half.
No, absolutely not.
After all that praise of praising him in the first half, this is a bit. I mean, I know it's pre-season, but Klopp won't like the nature of the goals conceded, regardless of.
Larouche gets beaten way too easy there.
Yeah, way too easy. Yeah,
and like both centre halves are attracted to the front post.
Yeah, it just seems a lot of space in the
it
goes
area behind Milner, and it's in the corner then. So, not good there. 3-1. 3-1 to Borussia Dortmund. But hopefully Liverpool get a few players on the pitch now and get a bit more energy here. And here they come now. There's a load of changes coming now. Trying to see what's coming on. Lovren's coming on. Lewis, Woodburn, Henderson, Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah, everyone's coming in now.
Yeah, there's a load of players coming on. I think it was 15 minutes too much for them, Grace. Do you think so?
Yeah, it seems they just couldn't start that second half, could they? In the same vein, they finished the first 45. I think. See, we done a bit of a naive thing. We didn't check if Dortmund made. I don't know if anyone can fill us in who's watching it. Did Dortmund make like 10 changes?
Yeah, it looks like they made a lot of changes.
So now they were totally fresh. Yeah.
You have Van Dijk on now. Van Dijk is on. Henderson's on. I can see Lewis. I can see Robertson.
Yeah, look at Beruski there for the goal. Like, he's blown out his arse completely.
Yeah. It's just, and it's not even a mad burst of pace passing. It's just he's just drained. Brewster's on the ball now.
Hold on, I'm trying to work this out. Is Lewis on? Did you say?
Yeah, I've seen Lewis come on. Yeah. You have
where's Lewis? So Lewis is playing left wing then?
Yeah, Lewis looks
because Robertson's on as well.
Yeah, Lewis is playing left wing. You have Van Dijk centre half with Lovren. I'm trying to see who's gone out right side. I presume it's Keanu Hoover.
Hold on, let me work this out. Let the football man do this out. Right. So okay. So what
football man is there? That's the 11 I'm not giving you.
Yeah, but let me just put it into sort of formation and context for anyone who's not watching the game. So the second half, we've got Hoover, Lovren,
Van Dijk, Robertson,
Robbo as the back four.
Yeah.
And then we've got Gini, Hendo.
It looks like Gini, Hendo, and then it looks like Lewis, Brewster, Woodburn's in the midfield, and then you've got Lewis, Brewster, Jones.
Oh, is it Jones, the other one, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. It's a bit of an odd shape, bit of odd. I think, doesn't seem to be much. Well, I don't know. It's just only pre-season. They're only running around for fitness, but there doesn't seem to be much thought behind this shape, I think.
No. It's just about players on pitches
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know, but Liverpool, like if you look at them now, there's a lot more energy to them. There's a lot of pressing. As soon as Dortmund get the ball now, there's Liverpool players on top of them. Are you excited, Andy? Now is the adrenaline running now?
Oh yeah, buzzing now. Yeah.
There's loads of tackles flying in now. It's good now. There we go, another one going.
Yeah, it probably looks like a university game now, doesn't it?
Yeah. There's just like random mounds of grass at the side of the pitch though. What's that about?
Graves is the expert.
Like if you look around the pitch there's just mounds of grass around it. I don't know what's going on there. How many does this stadium hold? Because it's one of these college football stadiums, so it's probably 80,000, is it? Yeah.
No, who said that?
It's 80,000.
80,000.
And he's on the one.
And we haven't sold it out.
I don't know. There's probably about 60 there.
Because I heard the attendance is 50,000.
Yeah, well then that's about right, I'd say.
There we go. They're in again.
No, it's a crossover and the thing, but
yeah,
that's all they're looking for. They're looking for that ball out and to the wing, and then looking to get it across goal. And I don't think it's any. I think the reason for it is Mignolet's just stuck to his line. He's not willing to come out and you know.
Well, we can't really blame Mignolet for any of the goals apart from the first one where he caused it by that stupid, trying to be Alisson. But Larouci, Andy's right. He was proper struggling in that first 15 minutes of the second half. I think a lot of these players are sort of being trained or have the condition of playing 45 minutes only, aren't they?
Maybe so, yeah. But
good test though. It's a good test, as we said. We knew it's going to be a good test, but I didn't see this score line after that first 45 minutes.
No, we did it right, to be honest with you, but like you said, like there's no real. There's not a massive thought process behind that 11 that's on the pitch now. It's all about
and that's right,
getting that 30 minutes in. Do you reckon, Andy, it'll stay like this? They'll just keep that team on now for 30?
Who's left?
Well, there's 6 players left. The goalkeeper is one, Lonergan is one, Atherton is another player, Nat Phillips is another one. Who else is around there that was on the bench? There's 2 or 3 more there that haven't come on yet.
Oh no, I think that's about it because Duncan and Lallana are out, aren't they? So that's your lot. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see. But
I'm really disappointed in Woodburn. You know that I really liked him a couple of years ago. His rate of development is really, he's a personal favourite of mine, man. When he first came in.
But I don't know. You see, I just don't know if he knows where he's meant to play.
That's yeah.
Which to me looks just he's not a striker. I don't think he has the pace to play out wide, and I don't know if he's physical enough to play in midfield. So it's very hard for him. He looks to me like he's caught as a player that doesn't know his position. That's being honest with you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So we have to.
He does come across as a really intelligent, really technical player. They're in again here.
Yeah,
gosh, 4 against 3. Oh, it's offside. It's offside. Andy, what are you doing?
I think Andy's decorating the fucking sitting room or something. I don't know what he's doing. I really don't. Just make a cup of tea, I think.
I think Wendy said, "Make yourself useful if you're gonna, if you're gonna stay up. Make yourself useful and do a bit of painting as well."
Yeah. He's gone to make himself a cup of tea. That's what I think.
But yeah, this has been a bit of a damp squib after the encouraging first half.
Yeah,
We just
to be honest with you, I don't know what we expect. He plays these guys for 45, and to me they look wrecked. They look jaded after that first 45, and then he sends them out for 15 against a team that are completely fresh. They were always going to struggle, So maybe look. There's no way Jurgen Klopp cares about the result here, or he just.
Oh yeah.
It's all just fitness, the kind of way. It's definitely fitness. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what he does here now. But I can't see him making any more changes. I think these boys are going to get their 25 minutes or so, at 40 minutes, and then we go again on Sunday. Sevilla on Sunday, isn't it?
I'm not sure, Yeah, I think it is.
Sevilla on Sunday in Boston or New York. I can't remember. And then it's Sporting Lisbon on Thursday night. Again, that's a late one, I think. We'll have to wait and see.
Hold on, my box is about to go into standby mode to save energies. To stop this, press any button. Let me just press a button, guys.
Hold on, I'll pause the podcast while you do that if you want, like pressing buttons.
It's okay, I've done it.
Alright, good stuff. So.
Yeah, as you said, a bit of a strange one. Now I think this could
the referee
end up.
The referee has given them a free kick every time they hit the ground. It's amazing.
I think this could end up 4-5. Guys.
It could do.
Yeah, it's not. No, it's not great.
Yeah, no, it's not. It looks like there's no shape to us. There's no holding on to the ball. The pressing is we're pressing the ball and we're working hard, but we don't seem to be getting the ball in any decent positions or playing with any sort of structure to what we're doing.
Yeah, cohesion, rhythm. There's no, as we said, there's two left backs on the pitch now.
Andy, I haven't asked you this question yet. I probably spoke with you on the back four about Liverpool on the break here.
Hold on, Bruce. He tried to do too much there. He tried to do too much, yeah.
He should have just played it straight to his feet. But Andy, are you there?
Yeah.
All right. I haven't asked you yet, so we've 3-4 weeks left until the window closes. In your opinion, what do you think we do? Do you think we do one or two players? Do you think we do nobody? Are you happy either way? You're not bothered?
Oh no, I definitely think we should be signing players. I'm not going to go all reactive about it and over the top. I think if Klopp believes deep down that he's happy with his squad and he goes into the season the way we are, then fair enough. But I do think we need players. Klopp's proven us all wrong on many occasions anyway, things like this, not signing players in January and whatever. But no, I do think we'll sign one or two players. But I don't know. I don't know who. I think he goes for someone if they're available for the attacking area and probably left back cover. It's kind of standing out, obvious. That's why we're saying it. This isn't fucking just fans being like fans can be. I think most people are kind of grounded and balanced about these things now, and we recognise the need for a full-back cover and someone that's going to give a dig out up front to give the boys a rest.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But hold
on, was that Trent?
No, that's Keanu Hoover playing right back.
Oh, is it?
I think it was. No, Trent's on there as well. Sorry, so Hoover isn't on.
So it's Trent. Yeah, I was going to say that's Trent. Yeah.
So Andy, say for argument's sake, we don't sign anybody and we go into the start of the season with the squad that's there now. What do you think? Are you still confident in what we can do? Are you still, full of confidence, or is there a bit of you thinking, oh, we might regret this?
It's hard to say. There's players that Klopp keeps referring to as new signings and all, the likes of Chamberlain, who wasn't involved at all last season. Keita never really got to stamp his authority on the midfield last season. So there is quite a few players to still influence what they're doing. But it's just, I'd be just concerned if you got a big injury up top,
Yeah.
What's the situation with Keita's injury? Anybody know?
They were saying he'd be ready. Yeah, they were saying he'd be ready.
They expect him to be back for the start of the season. But again,
but that would mean he's sort of doing his pre-season now, which he's not.
He's a couple of weeks behind, yeah.
So he's not going to be back for the start of the season.
Well, he'll be back. They reckon he'd be okay for the start of the season. That's all we got told.
Oh, nearly in there, but Lovren recovers.
You know, so, but I just think, like, as good as the squad is, good ball.
There's me giving Adam Lewis the big build-up about technically.
I think that was Robertson.
Was that Robertson?
Gav.
What?
We're falling short of City in terms of what we have in the squad and the quality and everything else. But at the same time, how we're going about business is an awful lot different to how City are going about business. They just buy players and buy players and buy players, but it doesn't work out. They buy another player. Klopp is going after the right players, and he's searching what he has available to him in the academy for what he needs, and his philosophy and everything else. It's totally different. I mean, we can make use of players like Lallana, whereas Pep couldn't. We can make use of players like Brewster, whereas Pep wouldn't be doing that. So I don't think we should be panicking if we don't sign a player. I think Klopp has one in hand. I don't think he's being told he's not allowed to spend money. I think a lot of it is
there's a chance. Was that Brewster?
Penalty.
Is that a penalty?
Penalty.
Yeah, there's a penalty.
There's a good chance for Brewster, falls in the box. He goes to hit it, hits it. It hits the defender, bounces up. Woodburn goes to hit the rebound.
Who takes this?
Brewster has it in his hands.
Yeah, Brewster's. I think he's got the confidence to take this.
Yeah, he's showing it again here. Yeah.
Yeah, blatant penalty.
Yeah. Your man can claim he got his foot up, but I think he goes through the back of Woodburn to get it. No, he hits him before. Yeah.
No,
that's a definite penalty.
It's a definite penalty. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think Brewster had the ball in his hand. I'm presuming it is going to be Brewster.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be Brewster.
Takers. Yeah, it is going to be Brewster.
No, Brewster. I like that. I like that about him.
Your nerves gone, Andy?
What?
Your nerves gone?
Oh, they're all over the shop. Yeah, I mean,
I think he misses it.
Now you
call it now, Andy.
Now he scores top right.
Grizz.
Yeah, he scores.
Good penalty.
My God, top right. Yeah. Well, top left if you're the keeper.
Top right. Yeah. Andy spot on.
Thought I said top right, didn't I?
Yeah, best boy.
Yeah, he takes all his penalties top right there for the under.
Yeah, you've been watching that, yeah?
Yeah. Under me duvet where time stops.
Yeah, where's the keeper gone? I thought there was a new rule now where you couldn't move across your line.
Nah, nobody gives a shit about that.
No, you never move across your line.
No, I thought there was a thing now where you couldn't move and make movements on the line. You had to stand still on the line. I'm nearly sure there was something like that. But Brewster again scores, so keeps up his record of scoring in every pre-season game. It's 3-2 to Borussia Dortmund now. Dem says, what a pen. Yeah, really good pen. Andy called it, top right. Andy doesn't watch European football, he just watches penalties. Just has a VCR at home with a tape in it with just videos of penalties from the last 80 years.
I would just have me time duvet like Riz.
Yeah, time duvet. Yeah, just get under there.
Just watch penalties
Watch penalties, and when you come back out from under the duvet, it's still just time to go to bed. It's not even the morning time. But now it's 3-2 now. There's 15 minutes to go. Might put a bit of might put a spring in Liverpool's step to try.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, we've seemed to have pushed up. Like look, for example, there's like 6 players just pressing in their half.
Yeah,
which is good to see. We really pushed up as a team.
Yeah. So
yeah, we might get an equaliser out of, thinking we're going to lose 4-5-1. Suddenly it's back in, which is good confidence. I mean, is that Brewster's 3rd goal now in 3 games? Fourth goal, yeah. Oh,
2-1-1.
Lovely.
It was a really good penalty.
Yeah, it was very, very good.
I'd stick him on penalties if I needed to. Yeah, absolutely. He just gets up and buries it. Yeah. No finesse about it. He just picks a spot and lashes it.
Well, that's another thing some people have brought up, and I think for me, it is a concern because I know I've said Milner's been amazing in pre-season, and he always is, but I think it's fair to assume that he may not be a starter, right, in our best 11 come start of the season. Hold on. Oh, it's 4-1. Oh, no, it's offside.
4-1?
It's offside. 4-2. Sorry, it was offside. He put the ball in the back of the net, but it's been ruled out.
You're worried we don't have a penalty taker, Salah?
I think he's I think he's just an awful penalty taker. I'm not gonna lie, I think he's. Yeah, he is. He really is. I
have to agree. I think when I see Salah step up for the penalty,
he's an awful set piece taker, an awful penalty taker. Sadio has missed quite a few now, even for his national team. Bobby's not the most efficient. Who takes our penalties when Milner's not on the pitch?
Good question.
Well, it is. I'd love. Do you know something? I'd love to see Trent take them. Trent or a Van Dijk or someone different. I'd love to see. You know what? I'd love to see.
I don't think Van Dijk's a bad shot. Or
no,
Trent. You're right.
I think that Trent is such a pure striker of the ball, and Van Dijk is a really good striker of the ball. I don't see what the problem is. You know, like the thing about penalties is you put it on the fucking spot, and if you can hit a ball really hard into an area that you want to hit it to, well, keepers won't save it. Simple as that. You know that way. So
that's the hard bit, though.
No, I know, but when you strike a ball as clean as the likes of Trent and Van Dijk does, you know, I don't see the issue. You know, you don't have to be the most, you know,
technically
brilliant. Listen, I'd let Alisson take a penalty, but I know where the nerves come from Salah, because Salah to me seems to strike a ball really well, but his direction when he's striking a dead ball seems to be just
Salah's not a good penalty taker.
It's like fucking spot the ball when he hits that.
Sure, it's
kind of weird. I don't know about your coverage.
Wasn't great.
I don't know about your coverage, guys, but at the moment everyone's turned into Predator on mine.
Oh no,
sure. Before the match, it was a disaster.
Yeah, the whole thing went down, did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, mine's fine here.
Mine's still Predators at the moment.
Mine's fine. There's a fair few Dortmund fans there, Chris.
Yeah, there is now.
You know?
Oh, I can't tell. Oh, my screen's...
I'm yawning now.
Oh man, I'm fucking... Well, yawning.
No, that's the red wine, Andy, you know?
I'm under the duvet.
Yeah.
Time standing still under the duvet.
Now look, there's a baby on the screen there, doesn't know what's going on. Terrified of what's going on, look. Well, we're back in play now, it looks like.
What time of the night is it? 3, 4.
Yeah.
Right. Be in
bed
at 3. I'm up for work at fucking 7 o'clock.
Are you? You're going through the stage though now, aren't you, where you're not sleeping? You were telling me this. You just go through days where you don't sleep.
Will I just go along with that?
No, you did. The last time I met you in the studio, you said to me, I've been up all bleeding day since I don't know what time this morning. I didn't sleep last night. I was up all night.
Yeah, but that, yeah.
So,
I work shift, I work nights.
Where we go? Who's this? Woodburn's in. Hold on. Good little turn there.
Gets it to Lewis.
That's a good little run. Little run by Henderson there. I think we're going to see a lot of that this season. Henderson making those runs into the box.
Robertson, Lewis.
I don't think we'll see.
Again.
I don't think so. We'll see.
Oh, that's poor.
I don't think we'll see Henderson. I don't think we'll see Henderson play much as the 6 guys. What do you think?
No,
I don't think so.
Sabino or Ronaldo for me.
Yeah,
I think that's the way to go. I think Henderson. Don't get me wrong. If we're stuck, he'll play there.
Oh yeah.
But I think the way you look at it is now. I can see Fabinho or Wijnaldum as the 6, and then it'll be. It'll be Keita or Ox on one side, and Henderson and Milner on the other side. In the 3, that's the way I see it, and that's a good midfield. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's decent.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's a brilliant ball in by Trent. A Trent special.
that baby that was on the screen there, did you see that? Like, I noticed a lot of the interviews they done before the match, like, the fans were travelling like 8-hour drives and 5-hour drives.
Yeah.
You know, that's fucking unreal. Like, you'd hardly drive a baby 5 hours across America, like, to watch Liverpool, would you?
They must have DHL the baby.
Yeah.
And just drove themselves.
Oh, brilliant play by Rob.
Yeah, you'd be honestly off your head, like, it's, you know.
Yeah, but Andy, these are people that only get to see them, and like,
exactly,
a chance once a year, max.
Oh,
you know that kind of way?
Yeah.
Like, last year it mightn't have suited them where we played, or the time we played, and so people see it as like, it'd be like, I don't know, pick something that's never in Ireland or never in England, and it arrives, and you go, oh, I have to go and see that. Like, it could be a musician that never plays. And,
the wrestling.
You know, the wrestling. Yeah, the wrestling comes and.
I suppose, like, if you're a wrestling fan, you live in Westport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Ackle Island or something.
But there was a couple of the fans, like, you know, they've been supporting the club ever since the Suarez and Gerrard days, they were saying.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you want me to say to this, Andy?
I just thought, like, you know, fair play to them, like, you know, through taking 10 there.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing, like as football grows in America, you know, like, people just start getting interested in it, and they might watch MLS, but they might literally start to watch football, turn on the telly one day, Liverpool are playing, Liverpool win, and you go, oh, they look good, I might watch them again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the audience they're trying to capture. Like, they don't really give a shit. They don't really give a, like, you know, the owners don't really give a shit whether you support a team 40 years or 50 years
or
40 years.
That's a great ball.
As long as you play.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that was a bad one from Brewster.
Yeah.
As long as you buy all the merch and you're attracting sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a very, very bad tackle by Brewster.
I think that was naughty, yeah.
Very, very bad. He should be gone off for that.
It's only a friendly, shut up.
He should be sent off for on force view, and he should be sent off for.
It's a friendly, man.
Oh, Grizz, he's very late. He's very high.
Yeah, no, it was a bad one, but, you know.
Striker's tackle.
Oh, no, looking back, look,
actually,
he didn't.
Yeah, he actually nearly
pulled out,
over
kind of,
himself.
yeah.
Yellow card, like, on force view, and he looked like he went in high and late. But he didn't. 6 minutes to go. 6 minutes. Stephen said he's laughing very much at Andy hanging. Andy's had too much of that reserve wine at 8 quid a bottle out of Tesco.
All I can see in the comments is people talking about Google. Search Google.
Yeah, this comment keep coming up about 12 times, and then I just blocked it. So it does.
Well, how come I can still see it?
I know, because it'll show up on screen, but it's obviously blocked. It's blocked now, so I won't be able to comment again. It's obviously some sort of bot that just keeps doing this thing. You have to watch out for these things. We used to get a lot of them on Periscope. You get somebody would say, I thought Oxlade-Chamberlain played well, and then some girl with a bleeding brand knickers on her would say the exact same thing about 4 seconds later.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you later.
I used to get excited about it. I thought got some attractive listeners and viewers.
Yeah, but it wasn't. So we had to block them all.
You just ruined.
Yeah, so I just blocked them all. So you get all this stuff all the time. It's just obviously these bots just turn up on these things and just keep lashing my comments in. So are we all going to watch the match on Sunday night now? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on at 11, isn't it?
11, yeah.
So I'll have to fucking go through this shit again.
There we go. There we go. Is that a fourth goal for them? It looks like.
That's a great save by Mignolet.
That's a great save. Great shot stopper.
He's a good shot stopper, yeah.
He's better than Alisson. Shot stopping.
Well, some would say that.
Goalkeeper.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's a crap goalkeeper.
Imagine being a goalkeeper and you weren't good at saving the shots.
You say that in jest, but it's quite serious.
Lovren is breakdancing in the middle of the 6-yard box there. He didn't know what was going on.
It's like if you could make a goalkeeper and not be able to save shots, we could all be goalkeepers.
Yeah. What the
fuck
is going on?
If you get a chance afterwards or tomorrow when you're sober, Andy, right? Watch
sober.
Watch. You know the goal that was disallowed for Dortmund just when I said it's going to be 4-2 and it was disallowed.
Did you see Mignolet hitting the ground?
Did you see? Watch it again, guys. We didn't get a chance to discuss it, but
he falls over like an 8-year-old and it hits his arm.
It's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious. He's an absolute joke of a goalkeeper in terms of overall goalkeeping. He's a good shot stopper, though.
Yeah.
But like, could you imagine going in and going, I'm a goalkeeper, I'm all right at the shots, I'm not great, but I can kick the ball, like, from a goal kick, I can easily clear the halfway line. And we'll have you. You know, that kind of way. So.
But I mean, look, we take the piss out of him, but he's probably the best number 2 around.
No.
Who's the best number 2 around?
All of them.
See,
I'd argue one of Burnley's would be better than him. Not Joe Hart. There's no way.
No, I think Mignolet is the best number 2.
I think, man. They've Nick Pope and they have the other guy.
Heaton.
Yeah, I think Heaton or Pope if they were second.
All right, that's okay. That's one fair shout, no problem. But there's no many.
The left hand he got on that shot there a while ago was very good.
Yeah, that was a good save. Yeah, it was a good save. But Andy, if you get a chance, go back and look
it would have been hard with his right hand.
Go back and look at the disallowed goal. It was horrendous.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
It's like the disallowed goal, Andy.
You got to see the disallowed goal, Andy. You got to see it. We didn't pick it up, but
I didn't want to say it, and I felt bad.
Yeah, I did as well.
So fucking bad. Like, oh, look at this fella.
Fucking, how did they get away with that?
But
there's something about
Jono says that Fabinho's penalty record at Monaco was something like 70 out of 18.
Yeah, good shout. Yeah,
very good shout.
Fabinho's
penalty record was 17 out of 18 at Monaco.
It's very easy to make a penalty in France.
Stefan Mack says, what's your thoughts on sex bots? He's asking for a friend. Grizz finds them really attractive. He gets very upset when we block them on Periscope. Andy, what's your feeling on sex bots?
What are they? I mean, are they just like blokes with moustaches?
No. They're just people putting up pictures of boards and pretending they're real, but they're not.
Yeah, but
what's the thinking behind that?
I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. I genuinely don't. Like,
can anyone tell us what do people get out of it, or
it's what they do is, right, if you reply to it, they put it in a notebook.
Do they get all your details if you reply to it? Like,
no, they put it in a notebook.
Your bank details and
no. If you reply to it, right, they put it in a notebook.
Dortmund are clean through here.
Basically, they know you're vulnerable and stupid then, and then they ring you during the week and they tell you your computer has a virus and get you that morality.
Here we go. Adam Lewis with a brilliant takedown.
That was Woodburn.
Corner. Same thing.
That's what they do.
So if there's a bot on the show and you reply to it, they write your details down in a book and then they ring you and then they ring you later on during the week and they ask you they tell you you have a virus in your computer and do you want to win a holiday.
So I was right then, Andy. So they get your financial details and everything.
Because
but they can't just get you details for you replying. But so it's only if you reply, they put you in a book.
It's well thought out, yeah.
And you're the equivalent of like a lead. You know,
if
you're in sales,
I know what you're saying, yeah.
They ring you, and then when you answer the phone, then now it's you. And they'll say,
what's your thoughts on you know, Facebook, right? And you see this thing and it says like Argos, and it says we have 40 tellies, and the corner of the box is kind of crushed, but they're grand tellies. And if you comment underneath this and share it, you have a chance to win. Do you think anyone wins them?
What? No. Like it's like the way they do that for vouchers. Like, you know, such and such a bit of business. Argos are giving away £1,100 vouchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no one wins them.
No one's getting them. I mean, what business does that?
And what about the ones where it says sunholiday.com, Mary can't turn up for a holiday this Saturday. It's a 5-star hotel in Lanzarote for 2 weeks, all inclusive. Comment and share this to give her a chance to take Mary's holidays of her lifetime off. Do you reckon anyone wins that? Do you?
I haven't seen it. If you do,
no, I've never seen anyone win it. But you see these people going, "Oh, I shared it. I'd love to have that holiday," and I keep replying on Facebook, going, "You're not getting that holiday. It doesn't exist."
do you remember years ago? It was one of the earlier ones of those, and it would show a BMW and it'd say like, "What color would you like?" And share, and you might win that color.
Right.
And you'd have all your mates on Facebook like blue, silver. Fucking idiot.
I love them. I do see these things and it's always it's always someone going oh yeah, and it's always gas holiday worth 12 grand.
We nearly equalised with the last kick of the game.
Holiday worth 12 grand. Jacinta booked it, but she forgot she had a communion on that weekend, so she can't go. It's a 2-week cruise around the Bahamas, and all you have to do is share it, and we'll ring you back.
Oh, no.
I love
that's a new one.
Have you never seen the holiday ones?
No.
Oh, stop.
Nah, the winner car ones are great. And I always used to reply to people saying, give us when you win that, give us a lift. Good luck. They think when they're applying silver or black, nobody will notice.
All right,
the game's over. The game's over.
Listen, you mad bastards. The game's over.
Come here, Andy. Do you ever see those things? Do you ever see those things anywhere? It's like a burger plus a chips plus a drink equals 8. A burger plus a burger plus a burger equals 12. What does a burger plus a chips plus a portion of chicken nuggets equal? Do you ever see that?
It's a very good way of finding out how stupid your friends are.
Stop.
If you sat down and work it out, you normally get a pretty bang on, but you look at one of your friends and you'd be like, 3. You go, how on fucking earth did you get 3?
No, but you know what the gas thing is? You see people going there, 4 plus 6 plus 8 equals 14, right? And then it's 3. What would 3 plus 6 be then? And people are like, 19. And you're like, no, it's fucking 9. What? They're just making up these answers. What the fuck are people doing adding chips and burgers and fucking things up anyway for?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
Just put the numbers down and add them up.
Yeah, they obviously think they're gonna win a BMW.
Or a big holiday because Mary has a christening.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Listen, we're out of here.
All right, my battery's about to die.
Would you stop? Your battery's grand. There's nothing wrong with it.
Don't let me stop you guys. So I'm gonna wish you well.
All right.
And it's been a pleasure.
It's been a great broadcast.
It has been.
We've learned an awful lot.
And if this doesn't teach you anything, it teaches you. Don't trust Facebook competitions. And if you get a minute over the weekend, you need to go on to Liverpool, tell them to lower the prices of flights into Liverpool and accommodation and tickets and all that, because it's just not on.
Yeah, and there's a GoFundMe.
Oh, shut up.
And what?
Shut up.
And this is a what you call it, a university pitch.
Yeah, and that's right. If that was on grade A, proper grass, we'd have won. And,
either one, I've got no doubts about that. But anyway,
right, whatever.
Guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you.
Yeah, me.
And it was an experience.
Yeah, listen, thanks everyone for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow with the Fatback 4 Daily. That will be from 7:30 tomorrow evening. The Fatback 4.
You're some machine, Gav. These days, you're some machine.
I know. The Fatback 4 regular show will be with you from 8:30 p.m. on Sunday, and we'll be back then on Monday with the club and the Fatback 4 Daily on the same day. But we'll send you details before that. That's been us. That's been the Fatback